Yo, what's going on, everybody? Xander's Vice here, and we are back with some more Trails Beyond the Horizon. I hope you guys have a great day. Where we last left off, we had basically we basically have it or are spending the night just finishing some leftover business before we head on to Anchorville, where the vestiges seem to be going for their next location. Why exactly they're there, obviously we have no clue. That's just how Van's group always works. But yeah, we just mainly just did a couple of side quests. Again, at least not needlessly as long, so that's fine. And I did do my Punishing Gray Raven stream already earlier, a couple hours ago. So, and I mean, come on, this game's obviously going to be very long to finish, so I'm like, I might as well just keep going, you know? Especially since I have a good amount left, supposedly. I did go and enhance a good number of crafts, like Green we're at level 8, Kevin I got at least a 7, and I at least got Altina's at least to a minimum of 6, because that's the 5, reaches the 6 and everything. So I did at least go ahead and give it to the main people who I use in the party. I didn't really do it for much to exchange for better equipment this time. I just went ahead and did stuff for the courts, because again, I really need a lot more shard skills. So I went ahead and did that already. I got I got a lot of people to level 3. Reens is just this defense. Kevin's I have almost completed. I just want to do the one for Cast 2. I think that'll be a good place. Elaine, or not Elaine, Agnes, I know I definitely have a lot to work with for her. I honestly don't really know how I'm supposed to format this, but I just have this for now. I just wanted to save it for later because at least she has a lot of what I want. But I'm going to reorganize that later when I have the time. Vans, I just mainly went ahead and upgraded everything. Impede, Defense, Strike. I only got Break 2 for him, but that's fine. Inferno. And I also went ahead and opened a couple more of these spaces. Like for Altina, I have all of them now. I went ahead to get Absorbing Arts, Arc Feather, Heavenly Fortune. The Seraphic Force in that. I do kind of need to do something about this so then I can get Guardian for her. So hopefully there's something better than Silver Ring that I can try to equip. Rosette, I definitely went a lot more all out for. I do have this one to still do, but I honestly don't know what I'm going to do for this last slot, so I'm kind of waiting. I'll probably put a cast or something like that, but by the time being, it's like I at least went ahead and did stuff like for EP3, HP3, Mind 3, EP, Strike, Attack. I didn't mess with Zin or Rishas yet since they're new to the group, and they don't stick around as much except only in the Grimgarden, so I didn't feel like it was that necessary. I definitely went ahead and went to help Rufus a bit more, because he definitely needed the break 3. He needed the attack 3, so I at least got that covered for the most part. I do need to try to get Avenging Art, so I'll try to put like a hit 2 here at some point. Or I mean hit 3 and EP cut 3 is going to be the same thing, so I can at the very least get Seraphic Force. And here I'm at least trying to get the SCLM boost too. And maybe even Crisis Force if I can. Judas, I didn't really do much. I just did like at least for the top row to get Burst Gain and Fatal Lance. And for the bottom row to get a Heavenly Fortune 2 for her. Energy Charger 2. And that was mainly about it. Again, I know there were... Oh yeah, some of Elaine's too just to help her out because she's also not that... She wasn't in that great of a state, but that's all I did. I didn't really do that much. And I did go ahead and clear more of the Grim Garden, like, get the S rank stuff. It did take a while, but doing the Hardwood one to get to S rank, that domain wasn't nearly as hard as the Jordan one. Honestly, when I got what was it, Kashima onto the team, and then switched a couple things, I was finally able to beat Jorda and Lucrezia much more easily, and within 40 turns, though barely. But I did it, luckily enough. Where the hell is it? Yeah, so I got Glacial Hell, I already got that. Get at the ferry to like basically have an upgraded version of that. I got Beowulf already. And that was basically it. So yeah, I didn't really do anything for like the weapons or the sub stuff or the equips. Just because I kind of felt like I didn't need to yet. I feel like maybe later down the line I will. But at the very least, I feel like I needed to do it for the courts, since that's really going to be like more effective in the battles to come. Like when it comes to Grimgar and stuff, I definitely will have to eventually. Like I did some of them before, but this time I just want to focus on that. We still have a bit more stuff to do, I think. Let's see. We did the Connect events already. I went ahead and did the domain quest already, like the subjugation one, because honestly, it wasn't really anything specific that I needed to do. Like, I did have to fight a monster again, but it wasn't honestly that bad. Wait, what the heck? Wait, is it not listed here? Oh, okay, yeah, I was just stuck on Origin. Yeah, it was this Deep Bestia. That's basically what it was. I just had to fight 2 of them. And when I used basically the same team, like Kevin, Kashim, Marine, and Agnes, we just blew them away. It was not that hard. I think it was like 15 or 20 turns and that was it. So, yeah. I didn't feel like I needed to do that for the stream or anything, because if it's just the same monster we faced in the past, it's fine. But we do have a Memento Orb to do, Amelia Queen Disguise, so I think we'll at least check this out just because, again, I guess it'll align us as to how Amelia was before she had to take the retirement because of injury. So let's just check this real quick and move on. This is the story of a woman known as the Queen in Disguise. In recent years, Calvert's armored aviation divisions could easily be considered the main pillar of the Republican Army's military forces. Its basic formation includes Vezin orbital tanks for their high mobility, and Avior gunships for their suppression abilities despite their light armor. The Army's utter annihilation at the hands of the superpowered Purple Ion during Crossbow's bid for independence taught it a hard lesson. Thus, it improved its capabilities of all of its aircraft, and developed the Avior 2 for use in troop transports, covering the holes in its strategy. That is, until its greatest rival, the Airbody Empire, unveiled not only its heavy tank battalions, but manned humanoid mechs, the Panzer Soldats. Further, the Republic's flagship, the 200 Arch class known as the Baden Kaitos, was dwarfed by the Empire's 250 Arch class Gargantua. In tactical simulations against the Imperials, the Republican Army's win rate continued to fall. Naturally, the Republic wasn't standing idle. It collaborated with the Verne Company and the Institute of Science to develop next-gen armaments. However, it was still clear as day that this initiative would not produce results in time for a full-scale all-out war with the Airbody Empire. Then came September 1st, 1206. The fateful day the Imperial Army invaded the Republic of Calvert in what would eventually become known as the Battle of Jurmungandr. The fiercest fighting was in the Crossbellan front, where the Republican Army faced 350,000 Airbodian troops with only 280,000 of their own. And beyond the heavy tanks and Panzer Soldats, the Imperials also had new battleships and massive railway cannons deployed. The Republican Army's front collapsed almost immediately, threatening to leave Calvert itself wide open to the Imperial Army's forces. However, without warning, an old retuned Avior model gunship named the Lux Raider tore through the Imperial forces' airspace. Despite their strong defenses, the Empire's airships were sluggish, leaving them open to for the Lux Raider to deftly fire on the gaps in their armor. Pivoting to its next target, destroy the enemy's heavy tanks with concentrated Gatling fire focused on their weak points above the turrets. The most difficult enemies would be the Empire's Panzer Soldats, especially the new Kestrel model, since it was equipped with flight capabilities. Its flight range was limited, but was more nimble than a gunship, employed with a "they can't hurt us if they can't hit us" mentality. As their fellow gunships were being shot down one by one, the Lux Raider's pilot immediately devised the insane combat maneuver. With several flying Panzer Soldats closing in from behind, she pointed the Lux Raider's nose straight up at the sky and shot upward. Putting the sun at her ship's belly, she then spun into a sharp corkscrew, completing a 180-degree flip at dizzying speed. The soldiers lost sight of the gunship after its unexpected maneuver. Ominous thought in their heads, trying to check their rear cameras. There was a gunship having taken up position behind them with its Gatling barrels at full spin.
Adieu.
Spinning like ballerinas, the Gatling barrels launched round after round of armor-piercing bullets, tearing through the lightweight soldiers like paper. It was little more than a one-sided slaughter, devoid of any semblance of joy. And yet she continued to hold the trigger until she had ensured the enemy was down. It was her duty as a soldier for the sake of her country.
ごめんなさい。さすがにあの若者みたいにはいかないわ。
She looked down at the wreckage of the Panzer soldiers plummeting to the ground. She recalled the action wreck she'd seen a year and a half prior. The young hero piloting a machine called the Divine Knight took down a gunship squad with careful strikes, grounding them without a single casualty.
来てたらやり合ってみたかったけど、何やら裏で協定を結んでるみたいね。だったら、せめて決定打を狙ってみますか。
It was then that her eyes, sharp as a hawk's, caught sight of the Imperial Army's gargantuan airship that had been deployed to the front. Armed with countless weapons, it was a veritable flying fortress, but it would be nigh impossible for a single fighter to take down. If she could drop even just one of them, it could turn the tide of battle. She had to try. She gave her battle-hardened gunship crew, at least those who were still conscious of after her absurd maneuver a moment ago, their final orders.
全クルーに告げる。これよりデカブツの一隻を狙うわ。緊急離脱の準備を。ギリギリまで付き合って生き延びなさい。
Yes, Mom.
The Battle of Jormungandr, record of the Calvardian Air Force gunship Lex Raider, captained by Air Force Captain Amelia Herring. Shot down 7 missile airships, 12 heavy tanks, 8 flight-capable Panzer soldads, and 10 grounded Panzer soldads. Additionally, dealt damage to a Gargantua-class airship, forcing it to retreat. The Lux Raider was then caught in the shockwave from enemy railway cannon fire. This, combined with prior damage taken, resulted in a crash. All personnel escaped thanks to Captain Herring stabilizing the ship. She, however, was seriously wounded, requiring 3 months of recovery. After those 3 months, Captain Herring was discharged from the hospital, retired from service due to lingering medical complications. President Rocksmith, near the end of his term, awarded her the Order of Chevalier, and promoted her to what would be her final rank, Major. And so, stories were told throughout the ranks of the Republican Army about Amelia, Queen of the Skies and unsung hero of the war. 2 years and 4 months later, the eyes of the world are upon her once again. It remains unclear what exactly she's been doing in the interim. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get what they're trying to do here. And I'm not saying she couldn't have done those things, don't get me wrong. But I feel like, considering how they like to plan ahead for the next series and everything, they definitely could have lined that up here, you know? I mean, I get it. Maybe Trails Beyond the Horizon wasn't in development at the time by Trails of Cold Steel 4. I don't know. I mean, maybe at least for when they released it in like the United States and stuff, maybe they could have at least altered it for us to be like, oh, okay, this actually happened during the Battle of Jormungandr, you know? Just a little bit to show like how much the other countries were able to fight it off. Because again, they keep trying to credit the President Graham Hart and Amelia for their stuff during the war and everything and being part of Mil Mirage. But I feel like it's kind of like embarrassing to see like that's the best way they can do it. They can only be like, oh yeah, they were there, and to us they were like heroes and stuff like that. Like I get it, they're big people in Calvert and everything, but just hearing it only word of mouth and having no definite proof that it's like they actually were there and they actually were that significant, just kind of makes it so not one-dimensional. I feel like that'd be I don't even think that's anywhere near the right word, not even the right way to apply it. But it just feels so lackluster, you know? It just doesn't really fit, especially if they're trying to like make that like that's their glory, you know? Just doesn't really hype up as much when it's like, hello, we've seen the real people getting involved there. if they were really as good as they said, we would have at least heard about them, you know? Like, at least a name drop during those times. Like I said, they may not have been, like, already created as characters by that point, but either they should have already planned ahead for it and then tried to, like, be like, hey, you guys remember this tiny thing where it's like, you probably wouldn't have remembered it, but for the true ones who actually, like, paid attention to every single detail, then yeah. Or just don't do it at all, honestly, because like I said, I just don't feel like people would really, like, be like, oh, wow, yeah. Like, they wouldn't really feel as much of the excitement or hype or respect for that character. Because all you have is, like, these people saying it, but it's like, well, that's not what the story said, and we always see the story from many different perspectives and everything. So why should we believe what just these characters say in this one game when we always get references and seen examples in other games? Like, selling Joshua's feats in from Liberl, and even if you hadn't seen Liberl, you've seen them do important stuff in Zero and Azure, you know, even before the whole Cold Steel 3 stuff. And the same could be said of, like, Lloyd and Risha. Like, you at least had them kind of, like, around the end of Cold Steel 2, and then it's like, if you didn't play Azure and Zero before then, in, like, the US/English version, since those remakes didn't come out till much later, then you wouldn't really feel that much about them, you know? It'd be like, oh yeah, they really did stand up to the Empire Arena for that long, you know? But it's like, that gave us, like, much more of a foundation for, wow, these characters are definitely, like, gonna be top tier characters and stuff. And they pretty much did when people actually looked into Zero and Azure when they got their remake. I'm just saying, like, for that kind of stuff, it definitely would have been better if, like, they had already built a foundation for it, like, even regardless of how small it is, prior to the release of the Calvert series, or just don't do it at all. But then again, it's just one man's opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, we should be done now, so we are actually gonna go back. Because otherwise I'm gonna be stuck here for fucking ever. And I don't think any of us want that, so I'll save the decryption for next time, just because I feel like at some point I should be able to pull more level 2 St. Courts or level 3. But anyway, yeah, we should be finished with patrolling for the night. Items, I don't feel like I need to buy anymore, so let me save here, and then let's finish tonight's patrol and be done with it. Finishing, yeah, I already did that. I'm just glad I got everything else I needed to get done.
よし、今夜はこんなところか。遅くまで付き合ってくれて助かった。オーベルまで送っていくぜ。
その最後に一つだけわがままを言ってもいいですか？
Okay. I mean, I figured we'd have, like, maybe a cutscene or something, but what? Oh, right. They're kind of trying to insinuate something, but wonder if they're actually gonna do it or not. Like, said kind of scene, not anything weird.
「出発前に屋上からの景色をどうしても見てみたい。わがままとか言うから何かと思えばそんなこととはな。
いえ、送っていただくのに少し遠回りする形になりますし、むしろ良かったかもしれませんけど。
あ、別に大した手間じゃねえし、遠慮することはねえぞ。
ありがとうございます。その前に、私を迎えに行くために旧市街を後回しにしたんですよね。最後にそれだけはお付き合いさせていただけると。
たく律儀というか、そこは譲れないみたいだな。
はい、何せ助手1号ですから。
そんじゃ軽く回るか。
Oh, come on, man.
ヨルダちゃんは大丈夫でしょうか。
Please don't make me have another
ゆっくり
quest.
休めてい
I
ると
thought
い
I
いん
was
ですけど。
done with this.
ま、ユメやポーレットたちが面倒見てくれてるし、心配はいらねえさ。モンマルトも店じまいの時間だろうし、明日の朝また訪ねりゃいい。
はい、そうですね。サーチします。
I swear, we're just trying to raise all sorts of dead flags, aren't we? Oh yeah, who's she calling? I'm assuming Maxim, but who knows? Isn't that Paulette? It looks like she's talking to someone. Is that so? So you lost? I'm useless. Even after I went and promised my father-in-law what I'd do when I won the race. It came down to it, I just... You know, my dad was actually listening to the race on the radio the whole time. How pathetic. After making such a big show of things, he still loses, he said. But what's important is that he cares about her enough to bear the shame and keep showing up. He said that? What are he talking about? Who knows? Best leave him alone. Let's move over there. Okay. I mean, hey, at least Maxim's trying, you know? He could just give up or just try to be like a bit mean about it, but it kind of makes sense. Anyway, let me buy a couple of these first. Because I'll probably need it for cooking and stuff. Thank you. Yeah, nothing to shop for around here, so I'm good. Please don't let there be any quests. Please. I thought I was done with quests. That's why I saved last time. If I could, I would have just skipped past this part too. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's right. You guys said this stuff. I'll just take one extra. Alright, let me check. Are there any quests or information of note? No, it doesn't look like it. Damn, look at you. Trying to be mean to the bunch, reading out the requests. What can I say? As your #1 assistant, I like to stay on top of things. Wait, hold on. There's something else here. It's a note that has SBG written on it. Oh, come on. Oh, thanks, SBG. Probably just a little token of appreciation from a former client. I get this kind of thing from time to time. It's a nice gesture. All I really care about is whether their check's clear. You say that, but I have a sneaky suspicion you're happy to see messages like this deep down. Little grin on your face makes that plain as day. I mean, sure, you get some satisfaction from it, but... you become awfully comfortable speaking your mind around me, haven't you? Anyway, I think we can do one quick round of Old Town. Want to go to the rooftop and take in the view after that? Yes. Afterwards is totally fine with me. Okay, well, good. Look, I'm just glad there's no more quests. Because I was honestly gonna call bullshit if they try to actually give me one last thing to do. It's like, I don't want to. Oh, they're closed. Damn it. Somebody get another food thing, but it's fine. Okay, how the fuck do I get to the roof again? Oh, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'll just go forward from here. Wow, they're really trying to go for a cutscene moment with the ambience, aren't they?
Huh. 帰ってきたらいくらでも見られるだろうにとは思ったが、今夜は雲一つねえんだな。 人とは思えないほどの星空だ。
そうですね。月はあちらですか。あと2日くらいで満月でしょうか。
ああ、それこそ打ち上げ日にちょうど満月になるみたいだな。お、マジで空気が澄んでるな。タワーがあんな高々と見えるぞ。家族との思い出の場所だったか。
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, cause I remember now that he had that flashback. Yeah, cause we were with Jorda, right? We were doing that last quest that we had to do for the day, like on that bulletin board by a Tryon Tower, and he said he saw someone. I was like, who the fuck do you see? But I mean, maybe you could have seen it, but unfortunately, I wasn't really paying attention in that moment. I'm like, shit, who did he see? So I was like, damn, I wish I knew, but Agnes was there. Why? Wasn't like a family anniversary or something, right? So why would she be up there?
観覧車には乗ったが、どうせだったらタワーの方に行ってもよかったかもな。
お気になさらず。
I mean, I can't. But then again, we haven't seen any significance for the Tryon Tower recently, so who knows? Maybe there isn't something there at all. But I don't know. I still place that as shady, but at the same time, it's like, if that is the case, then what? Does Agnes know something that she's not telling us? But I don't know why she'd have to, right? Especially since they always try to work through stuff together, so I wonder why she went up there.
馴染みの場所をなるべく見回って自分なりにすくい上げようとする。それがバンさんの流儀というのは分かっていますから。
And again, I had to wonder, it's like, did she see that Van was there, or was she just so engrossed in getting there that she didn't notice him? Kind of had to wonder that too.
前から言ってるが、食えなくなりやがったもんだ。
ひとえにバンさんや皆さんのご指導の賜物かと。同じく繰り返しになってしまうかもしれませんが、ゲネシスの捜索にバイトでの日々、プレゼントの代わりだなんてずうずうしいわがままに付き合ってくれて嬉しかったです。こんな夢みたいな夜を一緒に過ごしてくださって。だから何度でも言わせてください。ありがとうございます、パンさん。
深夜のバイト代も出さねえ雇用主にだまくらかされてるようじゃまだまだだな。夢みたいとか本番の初デートで簡単に言ったらちょろく思われちまうぞ。ま、若いうちは多少痛い目にあっても人生経験にはなるだろうが。
じゃあ人生経験させてください。初めて会った時はなんて失礼な人って一瞬思ったんです。いかにも世間知らずの学生がこんなところに来てんじゃねえよって感じで、発育がどうとかありえないとか思っちゃいましたし。
ああ、ま、首都に住んでりゃどうしたってその制服は目立つ。1年ってのはただの勘だ。発育はともかくすれてなさそうだしな。
でもすぐにそれが私みたいな小娘を裏から遠ざけようとする配慮だと気づいて、同行させてもらってずるいところもあるけど、どんな相手にもパンさんなりのやり方でちゃんと寄り添っているんだなって感じて、どんどん目が離せなくなった。多分それがきっかけなんだと思います。
アニュ、
あなたが好きです、パンさん。あさって17歳になるとはいえ、まだ学生の身で、それ以前に子供で、釣り合いが取れるなんて自分でも全く思えませんけど、それでもわがままのついでにこうして伝えさせてもらいました。あなたが好きです。愛しています。
つい茶化しちまうたちなんだが、今回ばかりはそうもいかねえな。たく眩しいっつうか。どう考えても子供なんかじゃねえだろ。ああ、体がってわけじゃねえぞ。
何か言いました？
すみません。いや、俺もちょっとうろたえてるらしい。正直なところを言わせてもらっていいか？
もちろん、遠慮なく。
お前はさ、俺にとっても特別だ。ガキの頃にあんなことがあって、学生生活にも結局馴染めず逃げて、いろんな人間に助けられながらも結局一人で生きていくもんだと思ってた。そんな中に強引に入り込んだのがお前なんだ、アニエス。俺の初めての助手。それがきっかけで何の因果かここまでの大所帯になって、エレインやルネと前みたいな関係に戻れたのもお前のおかげじゃないかと勝手に思ってる。
それは。
まあ聞け。ハンマカの時に力ずくで俺を連れ戻しやがったのは言うに及ばず、昨年末もてっきり他の連中がいなくなるもんと思い込んでた俺にダメをして分からせてくれやがったのも含めてな。
あれはちょっとタチが悪かったと反省してます。
自覚があるなら何よりだ。で、何が言いたいかというとだ、そんな特別に感じている相手がそこまで思ってくれるっていうのは嬉しくて眩しくて気恥ずかしくも正直満たされた気持ちにはなっちまう。だが悪い、アニエス。お前のその気持ちには応えられねえ。
一つだけ、エレインさんがいるからというわけでもないんですよね。
ああ、それがゼロってわけじゃないが、正直あいつとはどう接していいかわからんところもある。かつて傷つけちまった相手、どの面下げてっていうのもあるが、その原因が今も根本的に解決できてるわけじゃねえからな。だがまあ、お前への返事にエレインが関係ねえっつうのは確かだ。お前が学生だったり俺が雇い主だったり理屈はいろいろつけられるだろうが、お前を恋愛相手としては見られねえ。それが今の俺が返せる唯一の答えだ。
ありがとうございます。 ごまかさずにちゃんと答えてくれて、一歩踏み出した甲斐ありました。
そうか。
ああ、もうバンさんのバカ。かっこいいことばっかり言ってないで手を出しちゃえばいいじゃないですか。それで黙ってエレインさんとも付き合って二股の最低男になっちゃえばいいのに。
むちゃくちゃ言うな。
ついでにリゼットさんにジュディスさん、レン先輩とかサーラさんとかシズナさんとかにも手を出して全員にキューって締め上げられたり。
どんなろくでなしだよ。
でもバンさん、できればバンさんにも一歩踏み出してほしいです。
え？
私に対してはともかく、やっぱりどこか踏み出せてないですよね。バンさんが誰かと付き合ったりしたら悲しいし、2日半は泣いちゃいそうですけど。
えらく具体的だな。
それでも多分嬉しくもあってプラマイゼロになるような気もします。あんまりグズグズしてたら諦めが悪い子にまた迫られちゃいますよ。誰にとは言いませんけど、お母さんはお父さんを12年かけて落としたそうですから。そういえばあさってには2人と同じ8歳差にまた戻るんですよね。
具体的かつリアルな脅迫してんじゃねえよ。8時に寮に迎えに行く。レンも含めて寝坊するんじゃねえぞ。
はい、まだ起きていると思うので帰ったら伝えておきますね。どういう結果になったか多分知りたがっていると思いますし。バンさんも今夜は早めに休んでくださいね。それとヨルダちゃん方面に何かあればいつでも連絡してください。それでは。
ああ。
バンさん？
いや、なんでもねえ。また明日気をつけて帰れよ。
はい、おやすみなさいバンさん。
2番線に極オーベル地区経由の列車が参ります。白線の内側に下がってお待ちください。
こんな時間なのに車で送ってあげなかったんですね。
いろいろあってな。さすがにそんな無神経なことはできねえさ。
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that is the right move, honestly. Because it'd be very awkward after that.
そっちはジュディスを送った帰りか？
ええ、つい今しがた。
Of course.
言いそびれたが、ゲネプロの方すごかったぜ。
Alright, before we continue, I'm just gonna state some stuff here. Okay, it's not gonna be anything crazy, mind you. It's just some things that I found interesting about that. The main thing, obviously, I'm surprised Van actually gave an answer. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll be honest, I didn't really think he would say yes, in my opinion. I just figured he'd probably just leave it alone or be like, I don't know, you know? Because you know how they like to try to be like, I don't know, or make them so indecisive, or be like, they have too many people they're fond for, you know? So I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't go that route. If anything, that's going to be the first and probably only thing I applaud them for. Not going like the basic bitch protagonist route, you know? I'll be the one and say it. I'm impressed. That's actually the first thing I've been impressed about in this game. Well, okay, maybe not the first thing. Well, one of the few things I've been impressed about this game, aside from seeing Reen and Kevin in the most recent Trials game. But yeah, like I said, I found it very interesting that he didn't really like. It's not like he didn't hesitate, but it's just like he really needed to sort out his feelings for that one, and it is fair, you know. And I like how they went about it too. That it's not like he tried to use anyone else as an excuse, right? Because that's also sometimes a thing that can be a problem. Because I'm not saying that can't be a reason, but usually it's like the first go-to reason at times. And this one, it was just more so that he just couldn't envision it, you know? And I think it actually makes sense. And no, I'm not necessarily saying because of the whole age gap thing. I'm not going to go into any context about that because I don't know how romance really works and everything. So, if anything, I'm probably the worst person to talk about that kind of stuff. But at the very least, based on how they've acted and hung out together and everything, it is legit that it's like he couldn't really envision her as like his life partner or as like a couple, you know? Because there wasn't any scenes throughout the entirety of the game where he felt that way about her. Like, obviously Agnes has had a lot of those moments, not crazily, but she's at least had a decent amount of like opportunities and moments, but it's not like Van did, so it is reflective of his true feelings. At least from what we've seen so far, you know? Because again, even when life in danger and everything, it's not like he goes like the whole thing like, oh, I love you and everything like that or something. Or like he starts to think about it at that moment. It's like, it's true. He just never thought of it, you know? Again, not saying like it's impossible, like, oh, I could never or anything like that. It's just that he just hasn't had that kind of feeling. And sometimes that's just how it is, you know? At least from what I've seen from like fiction and shows and everything. Like I said, I'm not the best when it comes to relationship kind of stuff. Like, I can only do it just based off like what I look at. But again, it's like, even then, that's nothing compared to actual real life experience. But just on those other ways of portraying it, I'd say Van actually did a good job in being upfront with her. Because again, it's not really like he put her hopes too high, and it's not like he completely like destroyed all her confidence, right? It's kind of in the middle, because again, you want people to be honest with you, especially about the most important things and emotionally. You don't want them to lie to your face. Sometimes a white lie is kind, but not always. So I like how this time around he actually had to think about it. Again, I wish he thought about that more thoroughly when it came to like side quests and main story, but at the very least in what should be the moment that matters, he actually is firm about this. He's not like, he's not just last minute, oh, okay, I'll just sort it all out now from the very beginning. It's like, it's just like reflective of that journey these two have had up to this point. So I'm not hating on it, okay? That's the one thing I will say. That about Van, at least for here, I'm actually proud of. That would probably be one of the few compliments I ever give Van throughout the entirety of the series, but that's the one thing I can. And also, second point, y'all know Confessions and Trails never really go that well when it comes to doing it canon, you know? Last time when Estelle confessed his love for, or Joshua confessed his love to Estelle, he parted ways and then decided to go on his whole, like, solo operation of taking down Ouroboros, you know? So, we already know that confessions don't really go that well. So, I wasn't expecting the same kind of thing, but I'm getting the feeling that it's being set up because of something, right? Because they're really trying to iterate the point that Agnes has really been acting kind of strange. Because, again, I know it's before her, like, her birthday's in just another day or so, and we have the space launch, but is that really the only reason she's doing this now? I get the feeling that there's something else going on. She knows something, right? I don't know if she knows anything about like the main plot or anything, but something tells me she's just trying to sort things out now because something's going to happen that changes her, or at least changes her life moving forward. That's how I feel, because again, there's no way you can tell me that she didn't decide on any other occasion to try this instead, right? It had to be this one moment when we're leaving and stuff's heating up with the main story. Like, she could have done it, like, of her birth on the day or something. And I know that still would have made it weird, but even so, it's like, you'd think it would have been something more specific, right? And again, we still don't really know the reason she went to Tryon Tower, too. Especially since it's kind of like she went in secret, right? I don't know if maybe it was to meet someone, or who knows? Maybe it was just to like just to relive a bit of memory with the family. But again, I don't know why all of a sudden she would feel that way. That's why I'm kind of like, there has to be some kind of motivation behind this confession, aside just from everything that happened and her birthday's coming up, right? Like I said, I don't know what it is. I don't think it would be linked to directly the plot yet. I don't know. But I feel like at the very least, something about her lifestyle is going to change. I don't think it's something like moving away or something stupid like that, but something's definitely pushing her to do this. Something is definitely pushing her. I can definitely see that 100%. I just have no idea what it is. And again, like I said, it has nothing to do with just the fact that it's like, oh, it's because like every time someone confesses to someone, something happens in Trails, even though this is only the second time it's happened. But at the same time, it's just mainly the fact that it just seems too coincidental, you know? Like, the space launch has to be on the same day of her birthday. I know that the government probably didn't align it that way, but the fact that that's on the same day, she's doing this now before we leave, when we're going to potentially meet the bad guys and maybe their whole organization, or maybe the leader, but it's just too convenient that this is all happening right now, you know? Especially since this is the point where it's like they're trying to like brace for whatever's gonna happen next. But again, that's just me. Maybe there is no other motivation, but I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I get why Van's not pushing it, right? Because he did already have to go through that whole ordeal with Agnes here, so it would be rather rude to say anything. Maybe at least he is questioning it, but again, to spare her feelings, like, better not to say anything yet, right? But again, I am thinking there's something going on. Elaine, or I don't know why I keep confusing their fucking name. Agnes, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Again, I don't know if she knows anything or whatever, but something's gonna happen to her. Because again, this is another one of those situations where it looks like they're raising death flags again, you know? It just always is like that. But yeah, anyway, just for the main point, again, I just like, at the very least, how Van handled it. And how Elaine was again, I keep saying it, god damn it, when will I learn? Agnes. And again, that's kind of why I think, like, Agnes is trying to, like, I feel like she's trying to rush the emotions that after getting rejected was. But I feel like that's more of just like, she's doing this because this has to be a transition point for her. I don't think it's more so like, because again, she could have taken her time, honestly. I honestly don't see why she had to rush it yet. Or at least not until the whole thing's over, or until the birthday, or after the launch, or whatever, when it would be a better time. Well, at least I would think so logically, but again, I'm not the best guy about like romance or whatever. Like, sure, I watch romance animes, but again, that's the only thing everything have a basis on. Nothing else. But yeah. Anyway. Sorry about that. Just needed to at least put that out there right now. And hey, at least it wasn't a rage moment for me at Van, so that's a dub for the rest of you.
舞姫も言ってたが、通してみたらどれだけになるか今から楽しみだ。
ありがとうございます。今回は割と自信がありまして、まあ役者としてズルしているのは変わらないんですけど、 あなたのアドバイスもあって、そこは開き直ることにしました。
そうか。改めてになるが、お前さんの目が関係しているみたいだな。
はい。本当にすごい嗅覚ですね。
I mean, it's not that hard when we
ちょうど
actually
今
seen it.
片方を預けてしまっているんですが、
Oh,
この目は
I see.
過去と現在と未来をある程度見通す力を持っています。
Ah, so she can. She does have a... Not foresight. What was it? She can actually see events. I see. So it is. Wait, she can lend it out? How is she doing that? So, okay, so she lent it to Kevin. Because I was wondering, it's like, his skill wasn't that powerful like that in Trails in the Sky 3rd. So I was kind of wondering, is like, what, did he power it up or something? But I don't think it can even go to that extent, but I see. If I had to guess, maybe she's able to transfer it via stigma. Because again, it is such a crazy power. At least that's what I assume.
例えば場の記憶や過去の人間と同調し追体験しながら力を引き出すなど、
Ah, like the Phantom Tracer and
もしく
PGR.
はアカシックアイ、
Yeah, right, that's what he
鳳
called
凰芸家は名付けてくださいました。
it. Of course.
オレスティス2世。80後半なのに伯爵としたバー様らしいが。
ええ、私にとっては恩人で育ての親代わりでもありますね。この目については昨日お話ししたもう一人の恩人にもお世話になりましたが。
そうか。預けている相手も含めてなんとなく察しはついちまうが。それで現れたのは警告か、それとも忠告でもしてくれんのか。
いえ、アンカービル方面は私の目でも何があるかつかめていません。そして騎士団もイスカリオもそちらに人手を避ける余裕がない状況。ですからお気をつけて。彼らはうつろですが強い。
I mean, I know that. I don't need you to tell me that. We faced them already. Like, seriously. What kind of warning is that? Like, really? Just be careful. They're dangerous. I know they're dangerous. I saw it firsthand. Like, seriously. What kind of warning is this? This is stupid. Like, maybe they're trying to be like, oh, based on her authority and how much of the supernatural she knows, like, is that dangerous? But even so, come on. We know it's that dangerous. If they were able to stop us from defeating X and that weird mecha demon, then obviously... Divine, this character is weird. Is she supposed to be important? Yeah, from our understanding, she's supposed to be the foster daughter of Orestes II, basically the head of the church. And she has the power of foresight. Or, again, what's the other way to describe being able to see into the future aside from foresight? I don't remember why I don't know why I can't remember the word off the top of my head right now, but yeah, basically.
そして残死という言葉の意味が正体に迫る唯一の手がかりとなるでしょう。
I mean, I've already deduced it down to 2 points. I just hope it's not one of those answers, because if it is, it's gonna be a fucking joke. The other one depends on how it's portrayed. So far, not looking good in terms of, like, plot and reasoning.
わった。わざわざの助言ありがとよ。
Even though it wasn't really much of a heads up anyway. Especially since I could figure that out by learning the definition of a vestige.
ま、事情はあんだろうが。そっちもあまりやりすぎないでくれや。
Like, seriously, me looking it up on dictionary.com helped me understand this a lot faster than her telling me this.
うちの助手どもの 曇った顔は見たくないんでね。
そうですね。それは私も願っています。おそらくは厳しいでしょうが。おやすみなさい、バンさん。せめて今夜は良い夢を。あと先輩に夜更かししないよう注意していただけると助かります。
Huh? What was that about? Is it just to show like she gives off that air, or is she casting an illusion on herself? You know what? Who even cares?
ピックアップを戻して
Let's just move on.
ジュディスには声をかけるとして。
But hey, at least I didn't have to waste any extra time on a stupid quest. Dude, I swear, we are seriously getting some death flags.
いい夢ってのはありえねえけどな。
What do you mean? You actually handled that well. I'm actually proud of you for once, Van. I can't believe he's actually disappointed in himself. Like, if anything, if he ran away or if he chickened out or he was like, I don't know, I would have been fucking pissed at the dude. It's gonna be confusing. You thought Reverie was confusing. At first, I expect something really stupid. Time travel is not something I have confidence they can handle. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because, look, at least when it came to Reverie, once I got the understanding of, like, androids, it wasn't really that hard to figure out. So it's like, okay, makes sense. But here it's like, I may actually be better not wanting to know what's going on. Because, again, this game has become so predictable. Like, the story. Like, goddamn, it's so predictable. Especially when they steal a good number of plot points from the other games prior to this, you know? So it's like, considering how cheesy and corny and dumb they can be at certain points, it makes me feel like, oh, maybe I don't want to know because it actually is going to be that stupid or that simple. And I don't want that, you know? I want twists, I want drama, I want excitement, I want surprises. Like, not every moment has to be it, but when it comes down to those times when it needs to be, it should be. It should not be that easy to identify and stuff. You know what I mean? Especially if this is a brand new game, this is the third game of the series, it should not be this predictable for me to figure out, like, main plot points, secret parts, and how to solve some quests, you know? It really should not be. Because that just means I got too used to the formula, and no one wants that. Okay. Oh, right, yeah, because for the racing thing I didn't get first place. I guess you actually could get first place. Whatever, I don't care. I'm not gonna redo it. Wait, oh, yeah. I guess it would make sense that Agnes is the employee of the month because she was there for this whole part. Okay, White Shadows. Wow, so I could have just saved... Well, then again, like I said, I wanted to do some grinding anyway, and I did. So, at least they have this for other people. Okay, let's see what's on the stupid Ouroboros channel this time. How are they gonna get cancelled this time? Let's go to... whatever it is. I seriously can't believe they put a failed Twitch streamer as a freaking enforcer. I can't believe this. Yeah, sure. And here's the thing. This is... I'm not gonna say I'm pissed. I just find it weird. Like, okay, I get it. She's a streamer. She should be about, like, the hip slang and whatever. I get it. And the modern terminology. I get what they're trying to do. I just feel like if they were going to go about it this way, I did like how Van handled his interaction with Agnes. Still feel like he's holding something back, but I think that's intentional on the writing, whether they capitalize or not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm actually, for once, proud of Van. He actually handled that well. And he did it the right way, right? He didn't chicken out. He wasn't annoying about it. He didn't try to make a joke out of it. He was just honest. Like, He also didn't be like, oh, do I like say yes or no automatically? I don't know, no, 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 and then just randomly pick. No, he was like, based on all my interactions, to be completely honest with her, I'll say this, you know? And it was reasonable because it's true. Like, he was respectful. He was cool. I give credit when it's deserved. Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like, this will be probably one of the only few, and again, I'm like capitalizing, underlining few moments I'm actually proud of Van. But again, this will be one of the only few times. I bet from here on, it's all downhill from here. Because, I mean, it's Daybreak. Come on. They know how to disappoint. But anyway, back to this whole thing about this streamer Ouroboros enforcer. Look, I get what they're doing here. I get it. They are starting to get into modern tech. I don't have a problem with that. I just feel like with all these things she's saying, like, I've heard about this, and I get where they're coming from. It is kind of weird and annoying that they're just putting out this slang in these terms. Especially a good number of them that people don't use or she's making up. But I feel like at the very least... This lady is cringe. She's so out of place, especially in cap. Yeah, because here's my thing. And again, this is only to make it slightly better. I'm not saying I agree with this, because honestly, we're really making a streamer somehow an enforcer or a Boros. How the fuck does that make sense? But anyway, since they have already put it, I'm just going to say it like this. If they're going to make her act like this, at the very least, make it so some of the background characters or the crowd or whatever uses that slang already, you know? I'm not saying everyone in Calvin has to do it, but at least when we talk to the kids at school or them at the racetrack, they should use at least some of the words that young people use today, you know? Just to keep, like, the aesthetic, like, normal, so it doesn't feel too out of place. Because, let's be honest, this feels more than out of left field. It feels like out of another fucking world. Especially considering how old in time we've been with all the other nations so far. With the Burl, with Crossbow, with Erebonia, with all the castles and just theaters and stuff like that. We're already making a big jump with the androids, the Panzer Soldats, hacking, AI. But now you're gonna go even further than that with this? I feel like that's really pushing the envelope. I'm just saying. And again, and if they still wanted to do it like this, at the very least, make it a bit more of a comfortable transition to this point. Don't make it so she's literally just a bundle of, like, all of that cringe just compacted into just one character. And you didn't, like, at least try to, like, put sprinkles of, like, there will be people who say that potentially in the plot, considering background characters, you know? That's just how I feel about this approach. I mean, still, it sucks, it's stupid, and I would like to know why they think putting influencers actually is supposed to work for Ouroboros when it doesn't, but anyway, it's whatever. Move on. Let's hear what her stupid VOD has to say.
マジ一歩間違えたら炎上みたいな人ばっかでぶっちゃけエグすぎたんだがピエンま、大注目のロケット発射もあさってに迫ってる今バイブス上がりっぱなしなのは間違いないけどなてかあさってやっぱマジあっという間じゃん時間怖言うて昼までぐうたら寝てたい系の私は今夜もあえて夜更かししちゃうんだけどねつうわけで編集枠から今日はこの辺で高評価チャンネル登録忘れんなよ
Also, I have to wonder, what's even the point of the Ouroboros channel? She's not even doing any content. That's what pisses me off even more. Like, look, I'm not saying I'm a top tier streamer or anything. Of course I'm not. I'm pretty low tier if anything. But at the very least, if you're going to pull this kind of stupid shit and actually put her streams as a transition point to the next chapter, at least give me something juicy. At least a hint. Anything. Not just like, oh, just how she feels about it and that's it. What? I was supposed to be watching a react stream? What the fuck? it's weird because Van has moments where it's like you question what they're trying to do, especially with the inconclusive plot lines, like the demon, the cult, etc. But then he'll have interaction where he's actually kind of cool, like Van that interacted with Zed in Daybreak. That's cool. We'll see more of that when he's not being shafted by every plot. That's what I'm saying. Is like he can have moments. Like the connect event I did with Elaine, it was at least better than what I thought it was gonna be. The second one in this game. I thought it was actually kind of handled well. But that's what I mean. It's like, if you can make these side moments good, why can't you do that for the entirety of Van? You know? He's supposed to be your lead character. You paid the big bucks for his voice actor. Use it well. You're literally wasting money down the drain to treat him like a tool. When he's supposed to be what brings people into the next generation of trails. But instead they're just making him a fucking joke. And again, I hate it. Like, I don't think he'll be the best, obviously, but it's like, I wanted him to at least be good, you know? I wanted to at least see potential. Because again, we at least had some good characters in Cold Steel. We had Emma, we had Jesus, we had Million, we had Crow, we had Reen. But Van, the main character, they screwed the pooch. And again, we still don't know what a Grendel. Exactly. That's what I hate. It's like they tried to they put everything supposedly into this main character. The voice actor, all these cheats, everyone like who's been a genius or super powerful foe glazing Van. For what? For this dude to be a fucking loser in reality when you actually play as him? Come on. It's like I'm wasting money. I mean, I do this because, again, I'm a Trails guy. I'm going to follow through to the end and we'll see what happens. I've been there since the beginning, but still. Like, if they do this anymore for, like, leads for Trails moving forward, I don't see the series really lasting for anyone. Because, again, if you mess up a main character, there's almost no going back from that. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, okay, so we have the option of Van's group or Kevin's group. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go in order because of what we learned, so I guess I have to go the Van route. I know, I'm disappointed too. I really want to go to Kevin, especially after we left off on a major cliffhanger with Hamilton. And again, I hate that this game is making Kevin look like an idiot, because again, if it was the real Kevin, he would tell us everything that's going on. He would tell us not to trust Hamilton. But no, the game just wants to make every character look stupid compared to Van. Even though that shouldn't even be possible, considering a lot of them are super geniuses and actual credible secret agents that they shouldn't be, but they're making him anyway. But yeah, unfortunately, we'll have to go to Van because since they already raised so many death flags, I want to see if we actually catch one of those death flags here. So we're going to continue with the Crow. Ooh, Act 3, Countdown to Destiny. Did it do it like that before, where it shows the title like that in the middle? I don't think so. I could be wrong, though. Like I said, I forget a lot of minor things here and there, so I could just be forgetting. Alright, we said we'll be leaving early in the morning. Like, I swear, something's gonna happen to Agnes by the end of this game. I can't trust it. Like, seriously, there's too many coincidences specifically centered around Agnes that I don't think she's gonna live this game. And that's actually gonna be very bad, considering Agnes is actually one of the good characters in this game. And the Calvary series. So, hopefully that's not actually the case, but we'll see. Devon, that's another issue with Kevin and Reen being around. It's cool, there's a lot of stuff Van has that's unresolved, that could be interesting. It's not. We don't have a villain that challenges his morals. Yeah, because that is the thing. Don't get me wrong. I love having Kevin and Reen here. I love having Kevin as a protagonist again. Don't get me wrong. But I do agree that if we were going to add them, we should have resolved everything with Van first. Because again, then we can have Van be an established character, and then it's like, maybe at least to those like new to the series or those who haven't checked out a lot of the older content of Trail stuff, they can be like, wow, look at Van actually respectfully standing toe to toe with the OG protagonists, and rightfully so, you know? It would give that impression, and it would have at least some backing, right? I mean, I would never actually say that in real life, but it would have the potential to do so if we at least resolved everything around Van first before introducing them. Because that's the thing, when we had to collab with Trails into Reverie, we already had everything that went down in we already went through everything that happened in Crossbell, we already had everything that happened in Liberl, and we resolved everything about Erebonia. It was just about moving forward after those events of Cold Steel, right? Because even Trails in the Sky 3rd chapter, when it came to uniting all the Liberl characters and stuff, everyone had already like sorted out most of their feelings about the past. It was only about where they would go moving forward. Like for Tita, how would she try to reach Ren? And Agate, how would he continue his ways of Bracer moving forward? And Estelle and Joshua, how would they view their relationship as of now? And stuff like that, you know? Like at the very least, it has to have that kind of ground before mixing in a bunch of other characters. So I would definitely say it's like, it's not that they shouldn't have, it just, it's too early. It's too early to bring them in. I feel like you could have waited at least another game, probably 2, considering how many unresolved things we have with Van, to establish him as a true protagonist before intermingling him with other amazing characters from the past series. You feel me? And again, I say this because, again, it's not that I'm hating on Trails completely. Y'all know I love the original stuff. There were definitely good moments in Cold Steel too, but it's like, that's why I want to find good in Daybreak and Beyond the Horizon, but they just keep putting so many negatives, it's just so hard to find anything good. Even though I really want to enjoy it.
特にユリアン君は交換留学が終わるのでお別れも兼ねて協力してくれているんです。
そっか。確か帝国からの留学だっけ？もともとトアさんたちの教え子みたいだけど。
Oh yes, because I'm gonna remember Random NPC-kun. Of course, yeah, of course I remember this guy.
シュバルツァー様のクラスだそうですね。帝国流剣術もかなりの腕前だとか。
学芸祭で剣舞を指南したが、確かに体幹と筋力は悪くなかったな。ま、俺様ほどのキレじゃねえが。
また上から目線ね。東方剣術とは方向性が違うでしょうに。
And also, Aaron, I don't want to hear that from you. It took you 3 games to finally learn a second S-craft, where it only took me the second game to learn mine, so shut up.
ああ、言いたいことがあんならはっきり言えよ。
Yeah, I mean, come on. You should already know what I said. If anything, I think I did it pretty well. What's the problem?
別に。言っておくけど、夕べの顛末は彼女から何も聞いてないわよ。
Sure, she didn't.
まあ、結果はどうあれ、楽しそうにはしていたけど。
Sure.
そうか。
そういえばバンさん、あの子が制服で出かけたのってバンさんの趣味だったりする？
Shigeo.
んなわけねえだろ。夜の見回りも兼ねてだったしな。
And again, that's the other thing, because it's like they're trying to point out that she is acting strange because why would she choose to do it like that? Like, if she really wanted to feel like old times, she would have wore the old fit back in Daybreak 1, you know? Like, I get that the season's different and everything, but still. You think that outfit would have more sentimentality to her with it. Like, I get that she met him when she came from school and then sent the 4SBG, but still. So, again, I don't have high hopes for whatever's gonna happen to Agnes here. I'm just saying. I just hope I'm wrong.
ヒル着てたのを選択したからとか本人は言ってたが
So she says.
そう
But that probably was a lie, right?
で職質とかされた
されてねえっつのまあ運が良かっただけかもしれんが
I mean, to be fair, people are probably too busy thinking about the whole space thing to even think about it. What? What? Now Agnes sending mixed signals?
お父さんお母さんにおばあちゃんも
See? Dude, they're pulling death flags out the wazoo! I don't even know what's gonna happen anymore. But they're clearly something's wrong. There's no way people don't understand that. I'm just curious as to what exactly it is that's gonna go wrong. Devon, exactly. Let the new hero shine, guys. It's like Fairy's been super underutilized. Judith, what's her plot line like? It just... I don't hate these characters at face value. It's just there's too many characters. Yeah, it's like... There's a lot of different characters. The problem is they don't, like, go into depth because there's so many characters, you know? That's why it was fine when it's like you gradually went up to how many people were in Class 7, right? You had OG Class 7, then you had the people from Thor's working together, then you had the new Class 7, and then you had forces joined from the other groups. So like, you can slowly make your way to that, but don't multiply that, you know? Like, adding extra, that's one thing. Multiplying it? No, not unless you're gonna make it like over 100 hours of a video game. No, unless it's something like Elden Ring, don't even bother. Unless it has that kind of amount of playtime. Like, seriously. That's why you don't see them start out with like 100 freaking characters in Wuthering Waves, or at least 100 like playable characters in that, you know? It's gradually getting it, and again, it's like, oh, it's different because it's a gacha, but still, at least you remember a lot of the points from those characters, right? And it's true, it's like Fairy's been so underutilized, and it's like when they tried to make her shine in Daybreak 2, it was just so loosely written and so not transparent, not basic, but it was just so flawed with like how they didn't really go into too much detail about certain points for Fairy and her emotions, and we didn't even see signs of her being worried to the point where it's like, oh, okay, so she was just a ticking time bomb, but they didn't show us when she was starting to count down. Like, then so what? How am I supposed to know about Fairy if you don't show me anything about her, right? Like, I can't feel emotionally attached if I barely have moments with her. And again, same with Judith, it just feels like she's just tagging around just for fun. Like, if she was at least like Shizuna, and she actually is just here just to mess with us, and just because she knows we'll run into danger and that's fun for her, that'd be one thing, right? And I'd be fine with a character like that, because that's just how Shizuna is. But with Judith, it's like, there's literally nothing else aside from her being an actress. Hell, even in the few moments Vita was an actress, we still know more about Vita than we do about Judith. And Judith gets way more screen time than Vita does as the second Anguis of Ouroboros. That should tell you something. Come on, Zero had just 4. That was just, I think, a really good amount. Ellie, yeah, could have been a bit more, but still. Yeah, agreed. Because, again, it's like, you can make your way to it. Like, when, after Zero, you had Azure, and then you focused more on Noelle, Wazi, Risha, Arios, Dita Croy, But again, it wasn't too crazy that it's like it went so overboard with like how crazy stuff went, right? And again, it's like they didn't try to feed you too much about like Sherry and them because she was gonna come back in Cold Steel later anyway. So like at least we have that to like fill it in later, you know? Like they're coming back to points at least to cover more of the character. They're not just like, oh, here you go and bye, we don't care about you, we'll just add you in as cameos, but we won't give you any attachment to the story, right? Ah shit, I didn't read the first thing. Alright, let's go over this again. Right now we're headed to Anchorville. It's a regional town right smack at the midpoint between the capital, Orcion, and Messeldom. Right, we've never been to Anchorville, right? We've been to Messeldom, we've been to Orcion, but we haven't been there. The population is somewhere around 120,000. Not too big, not too small. Lots of big companies from the city have branches there. Things have gotten more modern, but they kept that rustic medieval style. Many tourists stop by on their way there. So how should I put it? It's like the perfect little town. That is my hometown you're talking about. You know that, right? Not that you missed the mark in any way. There's also a service area and a depot on the outskirts. And the town's even got a hospital, which brings people in from all around. It must have been a lovely place to grow up then. It's been rated one of the top 10 places people want to live in the Republic. If I recall, it was due to the comfort, convenience, and easy access to the capital that it became so popular. No kidding. Being 2 hours from the capital sure would be nice. But that is also what makes the place trouble. You're right. They're used to outsiders. Wouldn't necessarily take note of any visitors. That's true. But I mean, to be fair, they're in mass, so you wouldn't even know who they are. They could just look like the average Joe. I bet it would be a lot easier to infiltrate than other places. Whether for X, those masked people, or those who had disappeared. It'd be easy for them to take off their masks and pretend they're just traveling through, stopping for a business trip. But yeah, there's aspects about Fairy that could be interesting, but they don't go into it. The Jaeger is friendly and hesitant to kill with this great role. That's cool. Explore. Exactly. Because again, that's the thing. It's like, it's not that I hated the character idea from the beginning. It's not. It's like, I at least try to be open about it, but the game just doesn't, like you said, they don't explore that avenue. If they did, they could have something, you know? Like, I know people still continue it, but let's be honest. Those of us who've actually bought the game are only here to see how the Trail series will end. We're not here because, like, oh yeah, Van's the greatest or anything, or Calvert's awesome. Let's be honest, it's not that. Let's be completely honest here. I mean, the town's nice, but it's not that nice. They have the latest orbital network too, because of the hospital and depot, I guess. We'll want to make sure nothing's lying in wait for us as soon as we arrive. I can help with that. There's something else I'm hoping to look into as well. Yesterday's Basil stuff? Yes, seems like something happened between the CID and Thor's. Wait, what? They found something below the observatory since it's been quartered off by the authorities. Wait, when the hell did we tell them that? Bro! See, this is what I mean. It's like, why are we exchanging information publicly? Well, I mean, I get it. They can tap into our calls by hacking. But still, we have the Grim Garden. Tell them! Come on! Why? If you're gonna make the Grim Garden a part of the story, at least a part of it, it's not like you're supposed to explore the whole of it for the story. At the very least, considering we're bringing it up at times, you could make those times of exchanges and be like, oh, okay, interesting. We'll have to be on the watch out for that. Especially if we're trying to make Van look good. This is how you help make Van look good! But they're not! That's what pissing me off, because again, when it came to the Reverie Corridor, we weren't allowed to take our memories there. But the Grim Garden, even though we can exchange information, we're like, nah, we shouldn't talk to them even though they give us opportunities to talk to them. Like, really? Come on. Aaron, they mostly just recycle stuff with him instead of having him progress. or progress. Agreed. They don't really do any evolution. That's why I was... Because that's one other thing I have to say. I hate what they're doing with the S-crafts for these characters. Like the second S-crafts they get. Because they're not really doing anything for it. They're not evolving to that point. You know? They haven't strengthened the result to get to that. They're just like, oh no, time to get serious. Or like, I have a feeling it's like Gaius all over again in Cold Steel 3/4. You know? It's just so... It's so plain. And so flat. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, I figured since the whole Flame Priestess thing was supposed to be a big deal for Fairy, we'd cover that as a story, and then that would lead to her getting her S-Craft. But we didn't do that. Same for Aaron. He's trying to get stronger, but we don't see him, like, training or anything, and yet he just has this S-Craft where he uses a bunch of different weapons somehow. Like, really? How am I supposed to expect that? Like, almost the entirety of 2 games, he's only used 2 swords, and yet you're telling me in the span of 1 game where it was only like a couple months, or maybe a month since the incident, he learned to use all these weapons, even though we never talk about him, like, if he's a prodigy or not? Like, come on. Like, at least Agnes, it can be like, because she has good control of magic, you can be like, oh, she finally learned an attack S-Craft. That's fine. But everyone else, like, come on. Give them something. Essie's been saying she can't get in touch with Gran, so she's pretty worried. Are you sure you're okay? Coming all this way with us, I mean. I am. After all, I'm also a member of Arc Red Solutions. Can't let those masked people just get away with it. Besides, Towson's looking into it. He'll let me know what he discovers. I see. Just let us know if anything comes up, alright? Who knows? We might be able to get an idea next time we're in the garden. That's what I'm saying! It's like, talk, damn it! They better at least actually do that at some point, otherwise I'm like, what's even the point of the Grim Garden? Like, again, it's supposed to be where we level up, but we could just easily do that as well in these places before the dungeons, I'm just saying. Like, there's no point for the Grim Garden then. Like, I get they're also trying to add a secret story element probably at the end like they did before, but to be fair, when they did it in Daybreak 2, all we got was, oh, a copy of Anne's Demon's back. And then, like, a whole, like, 2 or 3 minutes of a cutscene, and that's it. Like, what do you fucking do? What a prize. Wouldn't it be better if we just explain what's going on to the other? Thank you! Someone's pointing this out. God damn it. Seriously, why is Fairy the one to point this out? Really? Like, this should be the first thing we're doing. We're all trying to help Calvert. We're all trying to solve the mystery. It may not be the same mystery, but who knows? Everything always conveniently goes to one answer. We might as well try it. I'm just surprised Fairy's the one who has to actually say this shit. Like, I thought Agnes would, or Burgard would. No, somehow Fairy's the one who has to bring this point up. Nah, forget about it. Everyone's got their own crap going on. Dude! It's the fate of the world! And possibly Calvert! Why? What do you mean they got their own crap going on? You don't think it connects? Like, that's the thing, is like, if Van's supposed to be this smart of a guy, why can't he be like, not necessarily, because who knows? Hamilton being missing before the launch could be something. Like, maybe even a bad guy kidnapping her or something. Like, really? Not even that? It's fucking pathetic. If we overshare, then they'll feel pressure to return the favor. But that's a good thing, though! You exchange info! As friends! Because that's the other thing. The gimmick is that in Calvert, every time you want something, you have to give something else. You can never get anything for free, because you can't trust these people, and they're not your friends. We have actual friends! We have Class 7! We have Kevin! We have Ren! They're friends! Especially those of us who played the whole series. They're people we can trust. Anyone in Calvert, you can't trust the fuck out of them to save your life. You're right. I admit it is vexing. Perhaps now is the time for everyone to lay their cards on the table. Yes, I'm sure we'll be able to talk things through with them. After all, it's Naughty's Finn Lapis and Miss Toa we're talking about. That's what I'm saying! We should have done this from the fucking beginning! Because again, they're your friends. Why do you think, oh, okay, they're gonna be like everyone else in Calvert, who always has to keep a secret from you? You don't know if you don't try. Who knows? Especially after all the deceit that Reen and Class 7 have like seen and gone through. I'm pretty sure they're experts now at telling who's lying and who's telling the truth, to know like, okay, we can trust these guys and we can't trust these guys then, you know? Like, we already knew we couldn't trust Renee for shit. We know he's being shady as fuck, regardless of whether he's a CID agent or not. You're totally right. Not to mention Fia and Altina. It's impossible to expect Kevin to open up. Absel's and Leon. What do you mean? You know him! You're a Dominion! Even if you're a former Dominion, you can clearly get something out of Kevin, right? Like a sign, something, or direction. What the fuck you mean, oh, Kevin wouldn't share anything with me? Fuck off. You know how much he's helped Estelle and she wasn't even part of the fucking church? See, this is what I mean. It's like, Burgard makes it seem like, oh, him and Kevin know each other for so long. He does not fucking know Kevin for shit. He does not. Not even close. I'm not saying he'd tell us everything, but he'd give us something, which is a lot better than everyone else in fucking Calvert. Where they're like, only if you give me something of equal value, or if you're willing to give your life for it. Like, come on. Like, clearly Burgard and Kevin aren't friends. Or they never worked with each other or knew of each other if Burgard can't think that Kevin would give anything. Seriously. Like, again, I get it. He's not a part of the Dominions anymore. Maybe confidentiality. But hey, maybe he'd also come to you for advice, you know? Being his senior and everything. It's like, you guys could help each other. That could be your leverage. That's what I'm saying. It's like, a lot of writing here feels like it's being directed in the wrong directions. It's not really being directed at where it matters most, but it's being directed at, like, whatever's optional, or if you feel like it, you can do it, you know? It's just never there for the important stuff in Daybreak / Calvert.
まだ最初の SA を超えたところだから1時間半くらいはかかるかな。ちなみにおばあちゃんの方は
残念ながらまだ連絡がつかなくてね。今一通り心当たりを当たってるところよ。
そっか。毎度毎度心配かけてくれちゃって。
Divine Burgard, I legit feel like doesn't need to be in the game. They wanted a cool, wiser mentor character, but like, man's not the kind of character that seems like he needs that. Exactly. And also, what is Burgard giving us that Van and other characters we have here can't give us? We need wisdom. We have Kevin. We have Rufus. We have Reen. We have Crow. There is no one else we need for lore. Reen's a history teacher. Rufus had connections to the underworld. Kevin is a secret agent. Crow is stationed with the Free Nations. We do not need Burgard for anything. For info, we have them. For combat, again, we have Kevin, we have Reen, we have Crow, we have Rufus, Svenanati and Lapis. And also for intelligence, we have Toa as well. So, what do we really need Burgard for? He's honestly, like, overstayed his welcome, honestly. We don't need him. Like, if they didn't bring him, just like they did in Daybreak 2, I doubt anyone would have really cared. Let's be honest. Because seriously, since the prologue, what the fuck has he contributed? He gets to talk with Kevin, bring up old times as a Dominion. That's the only thing he's done, main story-wise. Other than that, he said a couple things in response to other characters, but that's it. He doesn't get a cool Dominion moment with a stigma. He doesn't, and I know he doesn't have anymore, but he could unleash power within him, like, similar to that of it, you know? He could be like, oh, I can help you see stuff that you wouldn't.
それと噂の方も対応済み。何かあれば 引っかかってくるでしょ。待っているわ。くれぐれも安全運転で来てね。それじゃまた後で。
I tried to get her to think about it, but hey, that's my mother. She must be worried that you can't reach Dominique. Really, Aaron? Really? Seriously, they're trying to make him like an Ash character, but if anything, it just makes him look even less like Ash. Because Ash was at least cool. Aaron, he's just one of the annoying kind of bad boys, or tries to play the bad boy, but he's just probably following it from a comic or a manga and thinking, oh, this is exactly how they would act. Not like Ash, who's actually been through the mean streets and everything. Who actually has real experience like that, you know? Because he's built different. Unlike Aaron. He's built like a comic book character. I've been having the same trouble with Gran, so I might be overthinking things. For Dominique, it could be as simple as she's out of the country at the moment. Don't let it worry you too much. You're right. It wouldn't be the first time she made us fret and then turned up somewhere unexpected. Once we were, she had an accident where she took the yacht out. As if she was just soaking up the sun on some southern isle. Sounds like Dominique. You've got better survival skills than a Jaeger. Shall I add her to the list along with Professor Hamilton? Try and find information on their whereabouts. Seriously, that was the most pointless car drive ever. See, this is what I mean. Why do we even have scenes for this when it doesn't do anything? All we know is Dominique's missing. Just like Hamilton. So what? There's gonna be a point to it eventually. Or we could have learned about it in town. God damn.
「降りたのは初めてですがとっても素敵な街ですね。
川が真ん中を流れて左右で街の雰囲気が違うんだね。
こちらが古い街並みで向こうが新市街。でも聖堂は向こうにあるみたいね。
アンカービル聖堂。300年近い歴史がある建物だな。
Watch, there's gonna be something else secret beneath the church. We're gonna have to either exterminate a monster or that's where they're gonna be hiding, right? Because it's gotta be tied to the Middle Ages, isn't it?
奥にある高い建物は何なんだ？そんなに昔のもんじゃなさそうだが。
あれは市庁舎ね。70年くらい前の建物かしら。いやー、この絶妙にちょうどいい感じ。まさに帰ってきたって感じがするわね。
気に入ったのか、それ。
リゼットさん、どうしたんですか？
珍しいな。お前さんがそこまでぼーっとするなんて。
すみません。なんだか見入ってしまったというか。
Who knows? Maybe this is where she was from, right? Because we still don't know Vizette's origins before her accident, right? I mean, before she got the new body. Still wondering if we're ever gonna get an explanation for that. Divine Shizuna, I hope her next event gives us some new character-wise, because so far, she's just been looked at big, strong, like she mostly just aura farms. Yeah, true, because again, it's like, I want Shizuna to be cool. She looks cool. Her crafts look even better than before. But again, it's like, I want her to have something, you know? Some substance. Anything. Like, seriously. Like, dude, think of how many 8 Leaves amazing characters we had. Arios, Colonel Richard, Cassius Bright, Andarine. Like, the trend has to be good, you know? So, like, I would hope they would do the same for Shizuna, but so far we've gotten literally nothing. But, I mean, I guess that's a good thing, right? Because, to be fair, it's not like they made her terrible, it's just that they haven't given her anything yet, so she's still kind of like a blank canvas. At least to me, anyway. I don't know. Dailies in general, though, I think we're not well explained. I've said this, but Jit can't tell the difference between Void and Gale. Same. They have not explained that, even though there's supposed to be like some kind of contrast, supposedly.
素敵な街ですね。本当に。そう。リゼットさんに言われると嬉しいわね。さてと、すぐ近くだし、まずは荷物を置いちゃいましょうか。ジュディスさんのご実家ですよね。
カフェブラッスリーなんていう小生意気な店をやってるんだってな。
小生意気はあんたでしょ。こっちよ。
You know, I do have a feeling this is where Rosette's from, you know? Because, to be fair, when we all ate at Montmartre together, Dominique and Judith's mom were like, she kind of looks like her, right? Like, maybe they knew her mom. So, maybe she's actually from here. I'm hoping. And maybe we can actually get a bit more clarity as to why Rosette is who she is now. But yeah, man. And now they introduced the Black God, whatever that means. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, we talk about a Black God now. Hello? We never talked about anything like that in the entirety of Trails. Like, Cassius never mentioned it. Arias never mentioned it. And Elise never mentioned it. And they're all direct disciples of Yun Kafai. Or Yu Kafai. And Elise is his fucking granddaughter. Like, come on. Like, Colonel Richard's an exception because it's not that he learned from Kafai. He learned from Cassius. But still, all these many people who know the guy, and not one of them have ever lore dropped, like, the origins of the 8 Leaves or the Black God. Like, come on. There has to be something that somebody knows. And yet now we're trying to be like, okay, now let's just drop everything about that here right now. Potentially. It's like, why did it have to take now? When we had so many other characters who could have at least given us hints and tidbits to be like, oh, this is going to be something amazing later on. You know, like, where's the build-up? There be no build-up. Or like the build-up is too, like, short or like too clumped in to like have any impact.
さすが3代渡るアーティスト一家の店だな。
あの黒猫、とっても可愛いです。なんだか親近感を覚えるわね。あれはおばあちゃんのデザインよ。昔から多彩だったみたいで。
Why the hell, of course, did I think that it had to do with them? Of course the Lancers had to do with it, because they're the cats.
つくづくすごい人だよね。
Oh, yes, she's amazing for designing a cat. Bravo! Give her the Oscar or a Nobel Peace Prize or whatever's the art version of a Nobel Prize. Seriously, she did one cat. Come on. Let's not say that. Let's not compare it to like the Mona Lisa, please. Because again, she's just supposed to be an actress and then the Grim Cat. How the hell does this have any correlation to that whatsoever? Like, what kind of ore farming is this? She made a cat for a cafe. Bravo. Let me roll out the red carpet for her again for that specifically. And people swear to us Kondo planned everything since the beginning, which, like, that's cap, guys. That's not how writing works. Yeah, seriously, because, again, that's the thing. Like, maybe at least until Cold Steel, there was at least some things where it would have been from the beginning. Maybe. At least some. By Cold Steel. But after that, it's like, clearly it's not. Because again, if it was set from the beginning, why is Ren a damsel in distress? Why is Risha back to wearing the mask again? Even though those have already been covered already? And we've already closed those chapters for them? And why is Zin being useless when back then he was always there for us in our time of need? like a real bracer should? And why are we playing with So like and Kilika like they're just 2-bit geniuses when they actually have gathered knowledge and been steps ahead of us in the original game? Back in Zero and Azure? Like, come on. Clearly, it's not like everything's been set up from the beginning and it continues on, because in that case, why are all those characters so different from how we've already built them up by this point? It contradicts everything. And seriously, it just makes them all jokes. When they shouldn't be. They should be the main guys. Like, they're supposed to be the real show. Or maybe that's the point, right? They were too scared thinking, oh, we have all these people that we know everyone loves and we know everyone thinks of them top dog, they're gonna take the spotlight from Van. So the only way to make sure the spotlight stays on Van is to take the spotlight from everyone else who everyone else loves. When, hello, that's part of the selling point, that we get to see them again after so many years. You know? It's ridiculous. Like, it's not a marketing strategy, it's a way to destroy a franchise.
料理と酒とコーヒーがうまく、たまに演奏や出し物も供せる。地元で愛される名店だな。
噂には聞いちゃいたが、俺も入ったことはなかったですね。
いらっしゃいませ。あ、結構な人数みたいですね。モーニングでしたらギリギリ対応できると思いますよ。それとも早めのランチでしょうか。どちらも OK だと思います。
いや、俺たちは。
ああ、あなたがシャノンさん？ママが新しく雇ったっていう。え？
ああ、ジュディスさん、帰ってらしたんですか？
おお、ジュディスちゃんじゃねえか。
年末以来だな。帰ってきたのかよ。
皆さんお久しぶり。
お、なんかいっぱいいるが、隣のは彼しか婿かなんかか？
ドミニクさんたちも待ち望んでたものね。これで黒猫亭も安泰かしら。
いきなり何言ってんのよ。こいつは普段世話になってるってだけで。
えらくアットホームな店だな、おい。
あはは。ジュディスさんもお客さんに愛されてるみたいですね。
うん。昔からの常連さんたちなのかな。
ほらほら皆さん、昼前なんだから騒ぐのはそのくらいでね。
Oh, great. So she also became a restaurateur like a lot of other actors are. Great. How convenient. And how regular. Of course not. Do they not know she's famous? Yes, seriously. And also, that's the funny thing now. We're like, oh wow, Judith's grandmother made that amazing cat for a restaurant. It's her fucking restaurant. It's their family business. Why is that impressive that you made something for your own store with your own 2 hands? Like, really? Come on. It's like I said, it's not like she made the fucking Mona Lisa.
ママ、いるなら最初から声をかけてよ。
ちょっと在庫のチェックをね。あなたもプロなんだから落ち着きなさい。黒猫の夜亭へようこそ。早速部屋に案内させてもらうわ。シャノンちゃん、しばらくお願いね。
はい、かしこまりました。
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, light blue hair? But I just didn't want to say anything because I'm like, who knows? They give everyone random ass hair to feel different. But, maybe they are related in some way. Who knows? Oh, not voiced. Okay. We don't use the rooms up here on the 2nd floor very often. Feel free to use them while you're around. I've also got high-speed lines installed for the net. Oh. Do you really? She does. And they're hard to spot, but there are security sensors in place as well. And the windows and walls are explosion-proof too. Of fucking course, because it's the Grimcat's place after all. It looks as though you've made all kinds of modifications to your home base. Yep, that's exactly right. We live up on the 3rd floor. We also installed a bunch of traps there and under... Judith? Seriously. Dude, how has no one ever figured out she's the fucking Grimcat? At least Blue Blanc, doesn't wander around every day, so it's hard to tell it's actually him, but Judith does not know how to keep a fucking secret. Like, how has she been the Grimcat for this long and no one's figured it out? Right, it's another weird thing about Judith. She's a famous movie star, but like in all the pointless yap in these games, most of the characters don't treat her like she is. Exactly. Because, again, it's like, she's even showing how she's bad at keeping a secret of the Grimcat. Like, how else am I supposed to think of it as anyone else but her? I'm honestly surprised no one else has figured it out. Can we get some gameplay, please? Are you sure this isn't... That's what I'm saying, dude. I've been stuck on this. I mean, sure, I'm commenting too, but still. I figured that since we were going to enemy territory, we'd be attacked or something on the way. I was gonna be like, oh, wouldn't that be so cool? Just like guys who are trying to be detectives, we get attacked mid-travel. Nope. We used to have that before in Cold Steel, but now it's as if nothing ever happened. Oh, and you guys still remember when we tried to go to the hospital in a Zero, and the bus got attacked by giant gorillas, and Estelle and Joshua had to save us? Dude, where were those moments in these games? Come on! Those are like moments that you can give us action. I think the only time we had anything relevant to that was I think it was when we went to Crail Village, and that was in Daybreak 1, where we had to fight guys who tried to attack a bus or something. But ever since then, nothing like that again. Nothing like that again. Really appreciate all this. And you even spread some rumors for us. Yes, just last night. If something comes up, you'll be the first to know. Be sure to check the 2 bulletin boards by the river whenever you had the chance. Sorry for all the trouble.
Tell us, Chloe. How does it all look from your perspective? I know you just returned last night, so you might not have a full grasp of the picture.
Well, let's see. Everybody here is clearly as excited for tomorrow's launch as the people in the capital. People have already started their celebrations. There's even more travelers coming through than normal. Even so, few problems are popping up. Fewer than usual. I admit it's got me worried.
Well, it is always the calm before the storm in this game.
I see. Like, you don't really see people like, oh, Judith-sama. Like, you should have simps like Prime Scarlett Johansson or Halle Berry. Show. Don't tell. It's basic. Yeah, seriously. Remember when those names used to pop up like everywhere and it's like everyone would go gaga immediately? What real fame was like. Nowadays, it's like nothing at all. Don't let the words of a retired old cat trouble you too much. The rest is up to you, but if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. Including, among other things, any backstabbing or seduction. Mom? Good to know. Comes down to it, you expect to hear from me. For starters, didn't I hear you say something about lunch? Oh yes, but just simple fare. Go ahead and prepare some of our best sellers. I'll call you down when it's ready. Till then, why don't you take it easy and relax? So we're just gonna chat again in this room?
You know, Dominique was much the same when she was young. She's truly the belle of the Shansen world. Huh. But she didn't have her temper.
So I've heard. Guess it runs in the family. Wink, wink. Hell, on screen even you managed to hide what a mess you are. Nudge, nudge. It's not like I'm clumsy all the time, dang it. Says the one who I figured out your identity the first time I met you in your Grimcat outfit. What do we plan to do next now that we've got the home base? After lunch, I mean. Same as usual. Scope out the town, take care of 4 SPGs. Like seriously, you know how this works by now. We don't get main plot until we finish stupid silly quests. That's how we roll. And let's not forget the guild is making moves.
We better get in touch with them and exchange info, even though we have none. Especially now that our lane's in the capital. I bet Yuhei was watching this city too. Kowloon Financial Bank's got a branch out here. Might be a good idea to hit them up. What about outside the city? There might be more of those monsters in the area. Indeed, if we find any, it would indicate that our foes are hanging around. We should try to gather information from multiple angles, including Alter Dawn, even though most of those monsters will probably just be for a stupid quest again that the guild could do. You've all grown, even though this is just the same old routine. Of course, if we don't find any leads, then this whole thing could be a distraction. You're right, in which case we'll need to decide whether to go back to the capital or on to somewhere else. Like, I wonder, are we just gonna spend the entirety of the day here? Or is it gonna be, we're gonna be here for the morning and afternoon, but then the evening we're gonna have to go somewhere else? I hope it's just like, we get this whole day all in one here, because honestly I don't feel like there's anything to do here. Hopefully we'll have a better idea by the evening. One other thing. God damn it, got interrupted at the most important moment. Good, filler side quest, whoopee. I know, I'm so excited. God damn it. You heard the lady? I sure the details can wait. Let's see. Wonder what the local cuisine is like. I got a pretty good idea. Well, I mean, of course you do. This is your fucking home. Feels like someone's covered a scent. So we found ourselves a lead here. Of course, his fucking nose, right? I swear, we always use it in the most mundane reasonings or be like, there's clearly something wrong. Like, it's not hard to figure out. Like, if something looks too nice, you know it's just because they haven't seen the ugly parts yet. Like, we'll find it eventually. Stop making it sound like Van's already 3 steps ahead when we haven't even seen them yet. Because seriously, that's why I also hate. They go like, oh, I smell trouble, even though it's like, we don't ever solve or find anything until the villains give it to us. Like, that's not your sense of smell figuring it out, dude. It's the villains giving us the plot because you're too dumb to find the plot. That's why we're always doing stupid 4SPGs, because Van can't smell the plot. He smells literally anything else but the plot. But OMG, I'm so tired of this. Oftentimes Trail touches a story that honestly could be the length of a Fire Emblem game. It's like 100 hours most. There isn't even combat. Seriously. I've never been a clam guy. I'm not big on seafood either.
海で取れると思っていたのですが、この辺りの川でも取れるのですね。
オラシオンにも通じるメルセイユ川。その中流域で取れる種類だそうだ。
I'll be honest, I can never beat a guy who could eat like clams or oysters. I'll be honest, it just doesn't look appetizing to me. Again, not to say for others it isn't good or to disrespect culture or whatever, but I just say for me it's like I can't ever envision myself having it.
そこまでの量は取れないので、他にはほとんど流通してないようだが。
そうだったんですか。いや、確かにこいつはうまいな。
See, this is what I'm fucking talking about. We're wasting. This is why I say, why are we paying Van the big bucks for his voice acting when we're not really using it for the plot? We're using his voice and paying him who knows how much to talk about food. Are we really doing this right now? This is what voice acting has devolved to? That you're probably paying this guy hundreds of thousands, or who knows, maybe even millions, I don't even fucking know, for Van's voice actor to talk about a meal in main story. I'm fucking sleep, dude. Like, the story from what I've seen could be like 30 hours, almost nothing has happened. Dude, it's like a Final Fantasy VII remake all over again. Where we didn't get to Sephiroth till the very end of the game. And actually had like a seriously cool looking boss till like the end of the game. I still don't know anything about it. Which reminds me, I have to get back to it at some point, but I need to put a new storage device, or I need to put a new SSD on my PC, because I have nowhere near enough room for that because of all the gotchas I have on my PC. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that eventually. But it won't be anytime soon, unfortunately. Because if I'm gonna do that, I kind of also want to change some of the other parts I have. But again, that's for later.
せっかくだし、ちぎったパンをスープに浸して食べちゃおうっと。あ、私も真似します。
Oh my god, we're actually still doing. You know what? I'm gonna just move past the food stuff. This is so
お食
stupid.
事中に失礼します。デザートも持ってきましたよ。
Good lord, let us fight. I know. Oh my god. Oh, and now they want to stop with the pointless voice acting. Really? I swear, how do they even choose like when voice acting should be used and when not? Because I feel like they're spinning a wheel to figure out when to use it, when to not by this point. Oh yeah, tiramisu. I know what a fucking tiramisu is. I've had it multiple times, thank you. It's the everyday man's fancy cake. I know how that works. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of tiramisu. I mean, I obviously won't eat it all the time, but special occasions I'll have it. But it depends on who makes it, because some people can do a really poor job at it. So it depends on where you get it from that tiramisu can actually bang. Otherwise, they might just put too much of like the cacao powder or whatever, and then it's just not great. Not look good. No, yeah, I'll admit, this way in a tray, it does not look good. Like, the way they do it in like an actual bakery, like on the display case though, it do kind of look good. But in this case, nah, it just kind of looks like a casserole, like a lasagna, but just with like chocolate powder on it. Yeah, I'm just skipping it. I'm not bothering with this. Now you guys see what I'm fucking talking about? They're literally spinning the wheel to be like, okay, will it be yes or will it be no on do we need voice acting for these lines? Dude, you had voice acting for a couple seconds to describe food. Then another couple seconds you're describing food, you decide not to. And now we're back to eating another food, and now they're doing it. They're literally spinning a wheel with a 50-50 slice of yes or no. That's how it's going. Because there is no way you can tell me they plan specifically for these scenes. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to pay everyone their big bucks for these couple seconds in this scene. That's what we're talking about. That's how we get people to watch our game. I tell you that true. Like seriously, dude. Like, why are we doing this? Yes, Van, we get it. You're a sweet freak. Move on. Like, look, there's only so much meaningless text I can take, so I have to skip these at this point because honestly, again, we're just diverting ourselves away from. I'm 2 hours into this, and I have not fought yet. My god. And again, I know we had the Agnes scene and everything, and I'm talking, but still, you cut an hour of my talking off, that's still an hour of nothing. How is that possible?
うちのバイトをビビらせてるんじゃないわよ。ま、悪い気はしないけど。って、あら？
リセットさん？
すみません。あまりの美味しさに驚いてしまって。世の中にはこんなお菓子もあるのですね。
確かに美味しすぎますよね。やっぱりリゼットさんに気に入ってもらえると余計に嬉しいわね。
Dude, how are they not making this connection? Hello? Dude, it's right in front of us. Clearly she knows this. I'm honestly surprised Judith, or well, then again, I guess Judith did say that this waitress is a new hire that her mom hired, so I guess I can see why Judith wouldn't know. But guys, we're supposed to be smart, right? We're supposed to be solving cases like in our 4SPGs. How are we not doing 2 plus 2? Really?
そうそう
How are we not
興味
doing
がある
that?
人はレシピも公開してるからよかったら
Seriously, why do you even ask? You know who's gonna
で
answer.
もどうしてなんでしょう。この擬態の味覚センサーが再現できるのは本来の3割くらいのはずなのに。
I'm honestly surprised they're making Rosette kind of feel stupid with it. But I mean, I get it, right? She like literally knows nothing about herself, right? And for some, that's what I also hope. Like, why doesn't anyone tell her anything, right? Like, what could be so secret that it's like, oh, she can't even learn where she's from. Like, really? What the hell? Next thing you're gonna tell me is like she's a distant cousin of Agnes of Dr. Epstein. Right? Or something along those lines at this point. Bro, the Scooby-Doo gang were better detectives. They were! Look, they at least had some reason in their group at times, like Fred and Velma. Hell, even Daphne had her moments. And at least when Scooby and Shaggy were doing dumb shit, it was funny at those times, you know? Or it's the classic. But these guys are just a bunch of morons. And we're supposed to be the force that's supposed to protect Calvert? Please. What a fucking joke. Okay, good. I get to keep Fairy at the party. Seriously, I have to ask, why did they feel like I needed Fairy in the party when she wasn't involved at all in the main story? Like, at least for Rosette, we did need her to cast a water art to take out the fire in the Blacklight District. Agnes, yeah, because, I mean, main heroine, Van, obviously. Look at this, 8 characters. I know, crazy. Like, seriously, what was the point of making Fairy locked into my party in the last act when she contributed nothing? Like, literally nothing? What was the fucking point? Like, okay, at least the reasoning here makes sense. Judith, it's her home. Rosette, maybe she'll find something about herself. Aaron, I don't know what the fuck he's doing here. Seriously, what's the understanding here? I'm confused. Or are they trying to be like, no, we want to make sure everyone uses all the characters in the game. Otherwise, we brought these characters back from Daybreak 2 that we copied and added one move to for the sake of it, you know? Alright, let's just go. I'm keeping the party as is. Yes, I get the same call every time. We know the next domain is open. Chances are we're finally closing in the heart of the matter. Really? I don't think so. I bet it's gonna be the same like last time, right? We're gonna have to go past the end game, finish the game, and then we can go back. Don't want to use all the characters. Let me use whoever I want. Exactly! Why give us so many characters if we don't get to choose how we use them, you know? Then just don't give us the characters then! Like, for fuck's sake. Which means the domains from this point on are gonna keep us on our toes more than ever. Dude, I'm level fucking 42, 43. I'm pretty sure I'm fine. Then at the same time, we also caught wind of some intriguing leads. Right. One has something to do with the 6 Anguish's aims and Marduk's roots. Yet the film will end up hidden on all sorts of crazy reveals. Domains expansion, yeah. Okay, but yeah, same as before. Whooped. Dude, why do we even get calls like this? Just only give us this on the screen. Grimm's Garden's domain has been unlocked. We don't need the whole Altina calling us on the phone. Because honestly, it's pointless by this point. Okay, so what can I do here?
Oh, right, I need to get a teleport point from... Wait, what? What the hell is that? Is that a trap or a sensor? Is this something I should be worried about, Judith? And you know what? I'm not even gonna care. Let's just move on. Seriously, we spent this long and only now I'm gonna get in on the action. Yeah, just let me buy the stuff. Why is this so fucking much? Why can't I get a discount? I'm a friend of your daughter's, for fuck's sake. God fucking damn it. I can waste my money. But to be fair, it is 20 CP, so I do need to buy it. I feel like I'm being ripped off here. Anyway. Black background, huh? That's a bit me, because I'm not exactly either. I'm like the night blue sky just before dawn. Yep. We always gotta drop that at some point, don't we? Say, Shannon, something's been on my mind for a while now. You and Rosetta have an uncanny resemblance, don't you think? I mean, it's hard not to point it out. I suppose we do now that you mention it. It's so funny. I was thinking the exact same thing. I mean, our hair colors are a near perfect match. Wait, could you be my long-lost older sister? She's probably making a joke of us right now, isn't she? The one that was separated from my family at birth? Is that true? No, I'm just teasing. Sorry, I'm an only child. Though I would have loved having a sister as pretty as you. You got me hook, line, and sinker. But yeah, I totally get that feeling. You say you're teasing, but I'm going to have a hard time picturing you two as anything but sisters now. I think that's actually possible? Not in the least. Mainly after Marduk took me in their care, they began investigating my origins. Were I to have had relatives in Anchorville, they would have learned of it. I mean, the question is, do they even know she's alive though, right? And again, they still haven't even told us what the fuck was even the accident or the reason she needed a new body. Like, what happened to her old one, right? We're still never getting a clarification. And yet we're trying to bring it up now? Like, come on. Or who knows, maybe she's a homunculi of someone from the past again, right? We had homunculi before, maybe they tried to recreate someone from the past. But instead of doing time travel, they used the power of alchemy to recreate someone from the very past. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe that actually would make sense, because since she was in that pod for a long time, it would, what is it? It would teach her all about the modern era, right? But they just wipe her memories of who she used to be. Or maybe she's an imperfect homunculi of someone else from before, that she doesn't have memories. Kind of like the adult homunculi in East 9 Monster Nox? Maybe. Again, just because we already did this whole thing with life and death no longer being a consequence, I feel like we could probably just bring back homunculi too. I'm just saying. Really? So we're doing nothing with that? Well, at least for now. Okay. Anyway. Maybe she's like type null in Pokemon, like an attempt to replicate Arceus. But in her case, it's the Grandmaster. She has blue hair, right? The Grandmaster? This actually was kind of weird because on the box of Trails into Reverie, she has blonde hair. But the problem is in the Ouroboros headquarters, or where they meet and whatever, the area is a blue room, so it makes her hair look blue. But again, I don't know. Maybe she actually is blue hair. I don't know. That's kind of something that we don't focus on. But I mean, to be fair, we don't have a right to even see the Grandmaster, so it's not like we could even really compare. But at least from the box of Trails into Reverie that I have of the game for the Switch, she has blonde hair. But again, who knows? Could just be dyed or changed biologically for some reason. Yes, we know where we're going. I know I gave you a rundown when we first arrived, but this here is Old Town.
Across the river is Newtown. Of course, we always have to have an old town, right? There's old and new buildings on both sides of the river, but that's what we call them. Out of convenience, really. On this side, we got the hotels, police station, and hospital. Over that way is City Hall. That right there is the bus station for long distance travel, as well as Old Town's bulletin board. Old Town, it can't be serious, that's the name. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, can't be original? We're literally taking that from the capital. The Gilbridge Cathedral right there, right where Newtown starts. Cross the bridge, take a left, and head to the hill to get both the train station and Kowloon Financial Bank. The second bulletin board's over there too. Dude, I swear, what is with people thinking shades is enough to cover up who you are? Like, seriously, if you ever have Drake or someone like that just walk down the street, think shades are all it takes, then you're fucking stupid. I saw the Renzi in the anime, it was even funny. So, wait, what? Wait, what are you talking? Oh, right, that. Yeah. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Oh, right, Chain Soldier. I know, they did that scene pretty well, I'll be honest. I was like, how are they gonna do it? And then when I saw the actual thing, I was like, wow, that actually is pretty funny. And it's actually a perfect representation of how they did it in the manga. I'm so proud of them, you know? And again, I'm surprised because, again, Passione, they did work for High School DxD Season 4, and it looked fucking ass, bro. Like, even more ass than what could possibly be, and I mean in the bad way. And that's for High School DxD, bro. Like, I didn't think you could mess up something like that, but they did. Badly. So I was a bit skeptical when I saw that they were going to be part of the production for Chain Soldier. But when I actually saw the trailers, I was like, wow, did they actually learn something? Did they make improvements? Did they fire the people who did anime before and they got a whole new crew but just the same name? Because it did not feel like the same. It felt like night and day, honestly. People really adore her here. I mean, duh. It's her home. You can tell this is where she was born and raised. These are the bonds Dominique and Chloe have fostered. No denying these folks love her. I was like they're watching out for her. You're right. It really is a lovely city. Those people are plotting something. Yeah. We gotta be the good guys. Seriously, why do we even talk about this? Okay, where's the fucking board? Oh, okay, no, wrong place. Oh, there's the board. Okay, finally I can do stuff. Jesus. Okay, getting this. Alright, what's the quest? Having problems regarding a hotel reservation site. Word on the street is the orbital network issues are within your area's expertise. Oh, what? Are they getting hacked? Are people stealing their IDs and stuff now, too? That's ironic. Did never hear him showing it in series. Shoot, they did 30. No, seriously, they did! Like, dude, look at how, like, I know it was a different studio for seasons 1, 2, and 3. But dude, Passione did one season of DxD, they screwed the pooch so bad. Like, it was terrible. You'd think it'd be one of those, low budget, H anime. My bad. Oh, wait, what? But anyway, yeah, you'd think it was something shit like that, but it's like, they actually tried to be like an anime studio? Like, really? For a High School DxD? With that? Like, come on, bro. Like, I know probably DxD Group was like desperate to get back on air after the whole fiasco where everything changing in season 3 not being in the same direction as the manga, but still, like, you couldn't have been that desperate. So it was just such like a 180 for me. I'm like, what? This can't be Passione, right? Like, I know they were collabing or they're working together with another studio for it, but still, to see them not actually screw the pooch on like anything aesthetically in the visuals, I almost actually shed a tear. I'm being completely honest. It's the older art style of it. Look pretty. Yeah, but, you know, couldn't really do that after the studio kind of did dirty to the main plot, you know? So it's like, what can you really do? That's why it sucks. It's like, they ruined it for everyone else. Because, again, like, the anime would at least still look fine, but, again, it's like, they did kind of overstep their boundaries there. Trouble a lodging website? Now that I think about it, the city's absolutely buzzing with tourists right now. Seems like people from the north are stopping by Anchorville on their way to watch the rocket launch. This is likely an issue that's arisen specifically because of the influx of people pouring into the city. If I were to be perfectly honest, I believe this case is a little outside the scope of a 4SPG. That's what I'm saying! Tech trouble, huh? Not sure the police or the guild could do much about it. What? Why not? What do you mean the police can't do it? They can look up cyber crimes. Right? What does the 4 stand for? Seriously. Why not? That's what I'm saying! Don't police have to do stuff with, like, cybersecurity and stuff, too? Like, I know they're not big about it, but aren't there... Can't they, like, attempt it? Like, they have the latest tech, too. The guild, okay, maybe it wouldn't be their expertise, but they could try! Come on! I didn't know this will be outside our wheelhouse without hearing the details. Irks me a little to say this, but it might be worth doing as a way of getting a foothold into the investigation. What? In what way? In what universe would this help our investigation? Like, you can't tell me all the people who are checking in, they hacked in so then they could give all the A&D reservations to a nice hotel? What, is that what you're gonna tell me, Van? Fucking prick. Good son. Yo, what's up, Drago? How you doing? Just me ranting about the ridiculousness of the Calvert series. But how you doing, Dragos? Been a while since I've seen you. Hope everything's going well. A good start to the new year. Or maybe you showed up before, but I just don't remember. My bad. Okay, get this. Get this. Dude, my stuff equipped is still better than most of this. How the hell has that happened? I've even changed my equips for a good while. Jeez. Bargain bin. Yeah. Dude, do you actually have to get desperate to use the droplets? Like, to buy droplets? The gray area, so you're just being abrasive like 99% of the time. That's what I'd be saying, bro. Oh, wait, what? Wait, there's something else in the shop? Oh, trade, probably, right? Yep. Yeah. I see, like, all this shit. Do I have anything that I can use yet? Yeah, the problem is I need U-Material Plus. I still hate how this needs 12 U-Material Pluses. Why not 6? Most of these just ask for 1 or 2. Okay, these for 8. I don't know why these are 8 when you can get them at the fucking casino. Like, seriously, a couple games of poker and a couple games of blackjack, you can get all of these. Or at least all of these. You really don't have to go that far for a lot of this stuff. Okay, well, at least I got that down. Anyway, what's the next one? Okay, this. Okay, so this is a doll set? Wait, a doll set? Really? For Judith? Wouldn't that make more sense for Ren? Since she liked having dolls before? You know what, probably doesn't matter. But more, an anthology of well-known songs for Nina? Okay, sure. I might as well just give these fucking gifts now, just to get it over with. Give this to Fairy, because I'm not really gonna bond with her. Here's for Judith. Giving a gift to Renee. Dude, why is this even an option when I'm pretty sure Renee's gonna be my enemy? Excuse me, he's not gonna be our friend this game. Oh, okay, yeah, this actually makes sense. Hermes is found... Wait, why? This is a thing? You know what, I'll probably do it. Oh shit, I can almost... Well, then again, after I finish this part and go to the next act, I can do whatever's left over, so it's not too bad, honestly. So, yeah, you know what? As to appear on a show. I'll probably just do the Agnes and Amelia one, but again, I'll wait till I find a better time to do it. Yeah, just give me 40 since it's CP16. Is it a bit too? Hey, I mean, as a collection, you know? Because remember, Mirabelle did the same thing. Mirabelle collected the Rosenberg dolls, even though she used them to kill us before, but still. Doesn't mean she doesn't have a hobby of collecting, like how I have figures. Wait, so where am I supposed to shop? Oh, okay, here. That's true. No, I mean, I was just trying to be like, yeah, like, you do make a point, but it's like at the same time, you know? Just for myself, really. So, no harm done. No harm done. It's cool. Okay, how much do I have? Okay, this town is not that big. Well, then again, I have... Wait, where's Newtown? Wait, really? We call this Newtown, and that's Old Town. This place is not that big. Like, I thought you meant like, oh, the bridge would super overextend, and it'd be like way up here. It's here! It's all just this! What do you mean? God, an hour in and almost nothing has happened. I know. First monster subjugation quest I find, we're doing it. Because honestly, this can't actually be what I'm here for like 2 hours and 30 minutes for. This is ridiculous. Okay. You have got to be kidding me. I spent time getting you materials for this stuff. I spent time for this. Are you telling me I only had to wait till the next day to get this shit? Well, actually, there's not really too much to be pissed about, because, to be fair, I still would have used all the Zephyr anyway to, like, unlock, to make these anyway. So, at least for stuff like space and wind, I'm saving by using new materials on old ones I have, considering I keep collecting a whole bunch in the Grim Garden, because they don't like giving me new stuff. So I guess no harm really done. But since I can, I might as well see if I can make some right now. So I need an HP 2 for Van. Or, I mean HP 3. I almost accidentally bought an HP 2. Action, attack, break. Okay, definitely gonna do that. Where is it? Oh, okay, I'm almost out. Shit. That's not good. Okay, maybe just an action then. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I won't get water, I won't get fire or wind, because that's too expensive right now. Let's see, what else can I get? Oh, and P3, okay, yeah, I can do that. Wait, do we have... Oh, we don't have anything more than that. Oh, okay. I thought they went, like, even further beyond that. Nah, it's just, like, only the basic stuff is, like, level 3, okay. That's not too bad then. That's not too bad. You know what? I'm okay. I'm not nearly as pissed as I thought I was going to be, so that's my saving grace. Okay, so cast, mind, action, defense. Okay. Defense, action, cast, mind. Okay, who is that for again? Oh. Cast, mind, defense, action, cook even further beyond, yep. Okay, so Rosette, I need defense, impede, shield, okay. Defense,
shield. Okay.
お姉さんがサポートするわ。属性戦スキルが変更されたわ。
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I can get good stuff for Ren, okay. So, cast, mind, impede, shield, EP. Okay, shield. Oh. Cast, mind, impede. At least this saves me a lot more time than if I had to go back to the the Grim Garden before. See, I'm even starting to call it the Reverie Quarter, considering how much it functions pretty much the same. Ironic. Okay, yeah. I guess I could do it for them too. Nah, I'm not really gonna use them in the party. Oh, right. Weapons. Oh, okay, up 100. I don't really need anything yet, so I'm good. My strength's not too bad. And again, I'm level 40 fucking 243, so I don't really need all. Oh, wait, new plugins maybe? Dude, how are there still no new plugins? I don't understand. Why is there nothing else? We should be getting more plugins here. Okay, I guess to buy items, I haven't scrolled through everything yet. Oh no, I hate how this is always a thing. Okay, well, I got a good amount of stuff anyway, so I'm not too pissed. Okay, there's an A shop here. Oh, I see. I keep forgetting I have to do this. Okay, good. I would do the Grim Garden stuff, but the problem is it's gonna take a while if I go into it. So I'd rather just save it for when it's like I know I have a good amount of time, because it's already 1 in the morning. I mean, I'm not gonna end stream yet. Like I said, I'm gonna try to find a monster subjugation quest, so then we can do that real quick and then figure out other stuff for next time, which would probably be tomorrow. Okay, where's... Here we go.
アンカービルはコートみたいに。どういたしましょうか。
Oh, okay, here we go. I'll take 3 of these, thank you.
またお越しください。ヘイへの影響力は強くないけどね。こういうのも含めて絶妙にちょうどいいのよ。
Oh, okay, I have to go upstairs.
だからそれはもういいっつうの。
There we go. Oh.
さて。
Thank you. Ah. Thank you for coming all the way to Anchorville Branch. I'm stunned that the Vice President himself would come to inspect us. Oh, Ashen's dad. Right. I was wondering when he was going to come here. Like, we already had So, Gaolang, Gui, and Ashen. I was wondering when he was going to show up.
伝えた通り、明日まではこちらに滞在させてもらうつもりだが、視察の方はあくまでついでだ。肩の力を抜いて仕事に励んでくれたまえ。
It's old fan. Surprised to see you here in Anchorville.
アーロン、裏解決屋諸君。そろそろ来る頃だと思っていた。
I mean, not like we have anywhere else to go.
ちょうどこちらも区切りがついたところだ。少し話そうじゃないか。
Because honestly, we really don't have any other place to go. Because Reen's in Basil still. Kevin's still in Tharbad. So there's and Crab Village is still destroyed. So there's really nowhere else for us to go. You look well, Aaron. Different from the last time we saw each other. It's clear you and your friends are continuing to grow. Obviously, you don't look too bad yourself. Is it true that things are calming down with Hayward? Or you finally had time to rest? Well, I guess you could say that. Things are certainly in flux, what with the rise of a new family. Man, I thought the party in Cold Steel 3 was slow. This is a whole new level. No, it really is. But hey, you know, the good thing about Cold Steel 3 was we did have new characters, and most of them were pretty interesting, you know? Because we had Ash, we had Juna, we had Altina. Kurt was alright, but again, it wasn't really so much a problem with Kurt, just so much that Laura already kind of took his place as that type of character that Kurt didn't really have anywhere to really fit in. And Muse, it's like, that's also what sucks. Muse had potential, you know? So like when they tried to make it seem like, oh, she'd be like some kind of genius to rival Osborn, I thought that was a stupid approach to it, honestly. Like, I was hoping she'd be like someone who was like, she failed to reach every step of the way, kind of like Olivia was. But no, they try to make it seem like she's even better than them. But in reality, it all came tumbling down because she let what she thought was her perfection get the best of her, you know? And it's like, all the other geniuses we know of wouldn't have made silly mistakes like that. At least not when it counted the most. Even if it's temporary, working together with Zoe toward a common goal is giving us a sense of unification. A common goal? You talking about the people who've gone missing all over the place? Like sort of hanging with? You think it's related to all those vestiges the rumors are talking about? That definitely explains why the Darwin himself has come to this town. Indeed, I was informed about what happened at the Memorial Park, and about the damage to the Blacklight District, including who was responsible. Right. As an organization at the top of the underworld, we have a score to settle. That's why I decided to come here and find out what's going on in Anchorville myself. Huh. The Apostle, the Soldier, and the Martial Artist? They were all pretty tough. Wait, what Apostle? Okay, I get the Martial Artist, I get the Soldier. Who was the Apostle? Was it like the main guy? I don't think he sounded or looked like one. But hey, I don't really know. We've yet to ascertain their true identities, or even what they look like. The same is true for us. It'll be imperative to gather information quickly. We've already mobilized our contacts, even those outside of Anchorville. If possible, I'd like you to act as a sort of information broker, Van. It's a little disconcerting to have Hayway active in my own hometown. I suppose being a valued source of information is reassuring in its own way. We've been dealt quite a decent hand given the circumstances, and a necessary one. After all, we're up against the vestiges and that invisible monster. Something tells me you're not telling us the whole story, Fan. You said it yourself. You heard about what went down in Memorial Park. Those guys are even stronger than Yin. Not to mention that white replica thing they got. If they're bringing all that to a town like this, we can't be too careful. All that said, I can't help but think you're plotting something. You, So, Ashen, Old Man Jen, and that punk Yao Lang. Wow! Aaron actually making a good observation? And why is he the one having to point this out? Like, clearly Heyo is up to something too. Like, come on. All their bigwigs, like, all around whenever we're in the middle of this stuff, clearly something else is going on. I just don't know what. Looks like you're starting to see the big picture, Aaron. You haven't only gotten stronger, but smarter too. He made one observation. Big whoop. Guess you could say Gro comes into territory. Obviously, Hay was up to something. It's not like I plan on getting in your way. All I ask is that you don't act like you own the town. Now, as long as you give us a reasonable 4SPG, we might even be willing to lend a hand. Alright, I think we can find a way to compromise. Like I said before, I'm perfectly willing to exchange information on this and other matters. I expect we'll be simply observing the situation for now, much like the Bracer Guild. We'll be counting on you all to uncover a clue. So, nothing then. Additional connect event for Aaron's now available at a connection point. Okay. Sure. But I don't know, I kind of want to focus on the other one. But music has interesting aspects to her. Most of my issues come down to the story utilization. I did like that she has two sides to her that Alexis Tipton portrays in the voice acting. Like when she's serious or real, or when she's like flirty and kind of goofy. Kind of like when she does Kurumi in Date A Live. Some people say she has no depth, which is a bit hyperbolic. But I agree with you. Yeah, because again, that's what I'm saying.
Muse had an interesting, it's an interesting idea. Again, when it came about to how she was being constructed for the most part in Cold Steel 3, I could run with it. But then with the whole thing with Mil Mirage and everything, and trying to make it seem like she knew what she was doing and everything, and yet in the moment to decide it, she actually shows a moment of hesitation. It's like, isn't that exactly what caused the problem for you to not, like, check Ash if he had the gun, right? Because again, it's like, she tried to be, like, a bit more nicer, like, friendlier, or she tried to be like, let's not worry too much about it this time, even though she was always about, like, creating a plan that could surpass anyone else, only to let it tumble down all because of her own neglect, right? Because that's the other thing. It's like, if it was because of human error, or someone else who she couldn't even figure out their movements, I wouldn't be so hard on Muse. However, because they made it because of her own mistake, that she didn't choose to pursue it, even though how much she's been like, she's not really our friend in certain moments, but has her own agenda and stuff, and she's clearly doing a lot to do it, even getting Cash's bride on her side. I'm kind of surprised she let that go, considering that definitely seemed like something you'd want to avoid, you know? So it kind of like makes the whole thing where it's like, Muse's supposed to be like some genius compared to like others, like a waste, you know? I'm not saying they couldn't have attempted it, but they didn't do a great job with how they should have gone about it. Because again, she had potential. She definitely had potential. It just didn't... They just didn't really, like, solidify it or conclude it the way it should have in the story. And that's what sucks. Because again, it's like, Muse was actually pretty interesting because we never had that kind of character in a Cold Steel. And it did, in some ways, resemble Vita. Considering she is, like, her student or protege. So, it's like... That's what would have been cool. Like, it'd be like having Vita in Class 7, you know? Be very interesting, but no, we just had to, like, throw that off the wayside towards the end. But, dang, I didn't know she actually had the same VA as Kurumi in Day Day Live. Kurumi's such a cool-ass character. Exactly, man, it's a lot of Cold Steel 4. Exactly, like I said, when it came to Cold Steel 3, it was plotted out pretty well for the new characters. And rightfully so. But then when they tried to do it for Cold Steel 4, some characters, they did better. Like when Juna actually stood up to Class 7. And Ash was trying to accept his past and what he did. Those were some cool moments. And of course, who could forget Altinus Grove in character. Especially after losing Millium. But, I mean, when it came to like Muse and Kurt, it's like... It really felt like that they were just either left out or they didn't even try. That's how I feel anyway. Oh, here we go. Here's the next movie. Okay, I'll do that another time though, because like I said, I don't want to waste time when I could be doing quests. I run the transport here in Anchorville. My delivery guy went out to do morning rounds, but I've been on the... Oh, is this gonna be like that quest in Trails in the Sky first chapter remake where they got stuck and then we had to fight monsters to protect them? Missing case. I'm curious about this one. Me too. What does it have anything to do with A&D? Must be some reason they're looking to Spriggan for help. But we get the lowdown on this one. Really? You're telling me a missing person case you can't get to the police? Or to the guild. Okay, how the fuck does that make sense? If anything, that sounds like the best people to go to. Vine, the best moment from Muse is that when she gave her backstory of her parents dying at sea. They went more into... True. Sorry, I'm trying to like get this other AirPod to work, but it's not doing anything. And when you're there, you get a weird feeling for whatever reason, but I think it might be worth accepting regardless.
社綺麗な建物ですよね。
一応昔ながらの衣装を残しながら回収してきたランドマークだからね。
この街の歴史を感じられますね。
リセットさん。
Now, if anything, I kind of think the best moment is when Muse caught Rin at night and like she was trying to make it seem like she was trying to seduce him, and then it's like he just noticed the magic, you know? I mean, maybe that was also the same moment. I don't know, but yeah, that was like also like really grabbed my attention. You're Gracio? We're from Arkwright Solutions. So you're the ones I've been hearing about. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Gracio. Yes, represent Anchorville City Hall's tourism branch. There's no need to be so formal. Feels a little strange in a place like this. It ain't every day we get a forced BG from someone in the government. Even so, I expect my request should be right up your alley. Allow me to explain the situation. My apologies, Mr. Bannings. Oh, is this your boss? Please, allow me to introduce. The Fixers, right? I've heard the rumors. You're right that we don't normally consider asking for outside help. But Gracio here has been making the case that we should reach out to you. Seeing as the buck ends with me as the manager, I'll be sitting in on this meeting. Fine with me. So what's the deal with the request? Kurt's whole hang-up was always weird to me, because he said he couldn't lift the great swords because of his slim build, but like in these games, super skinny people can lift giant swords. True, because I mean, look at Aurelia Le Guin, man. You saw how crazy and amazing her sword looked, though? Like, damn. And also, to be fair, for a guy who said he couldn't lift giant swords, do you remember his S-break, like his second one? It was like giant lightsabers. You can't tell me that if you can do that you can't lift giant swords. Like, come on. Let's be frank about this for a fucking second. As you can imagine, our tourism branch is in charge of Anchorville's PR and facility management insofar as they relate to tourism. That includes cooperating with certain sites used to preserve for lodging. It's a service that books accommodations for you, yeah? I've seen a few before. It's a little strange for the city to be involved like this, though. Well, we don't just think of ourselves as just a transportation hub or a rest stop on the way to the capital. So we provide information to tourists about our various attractions and recommend accommodations and discounts they can use while they're here. We're now also running a popular support campaign in conjunction with the space program, offering partial rebates for lodging. Because of that, we've been getting more and more reservations than we ever thought possible. Normally, people just skip right by us since we're so close to the capital. Sounds like you jumped on the space program bandwagon at just the right time. Oh, Aaron. More to the point, the request makes it sound like you run into some trouble. Yes. For starters, some of the rooms the guests reserved ended up being occupied before they even made it to the hotel. One group reserved a suite and ended up with a conference room. There was even a prepaid reservation that had no record of payment, causing the guests to lose out on the room. Such problems have been frequent, but only at lodgings registered on the site within the city. Only at Anchorville Lodgings? That is strange. City Hall figure anything out? Not a thing, unfortunately. We don't know if this is an issue with the site, an error by a third party, or even some kind of crime. Whatever the case, we really like to get this taken care of quickly. In addition to affecting business operations, they also resulted in a number of claims being made against us. I've heard rumors about you while this has been going on. Apparently familiar with the Orbital Network and other new technologies? I truly appreciate your assistance. Dude, again, you can go to the police for this. They have the tools. You know what. Well, I mean, this is required. I don't really have a choice. Alright, we accept. Really? That's reassuring. Let me say it's up to the city to clean its own mess. But if everything is in order, I'll leave the rest to Gracio. I'll still be keeping an eye on things, though. We'll see whether or not you're like the rumors say. I don't get the feeling that he trusts us. I mean, we're not the police or the guild. If anything, it makes sense why he shouldn't trust us. If we have a choice, Sin talk to another Sin talk. Can't blame him. Even if our reputation's been growing, the work we do ain't exactly on the up. Dude, what do you mean? We slay monsters and we help people solve problems. Now, we'd like to hurry up and get started, but we can't wait. We can until we know where the issues actually occurred. Of course, that'll be Hotel Mercure on the back street, at a boarding house operating in the southeastern part of town. We've already spoken to the people in charge, so I'll leave the rest to you. One more thing before you go. Here. What is our payment? What's this? What do you mean? It's the advance payment, of course. I believe what we need was made clear in our request. Please accept it. We only want this problem to be taken care of quickly. Actually, you will be provided a much greater remuneration upon the completion of the job. Yeah, thanks for the offer, but we only accept payment after the request is complete. Hard to guess how much overhead we'll be dealing with. Can't just pay us after we wrap things up. Is that so? Well, if you say so. We'll let you know if we find anything, so don't worry. I mean, it is kind of weird, right? Because we're kind of a shady group, well, supposedly, right? So, I'm surprised he'd be able to give us the money, right? Especially if the other guy doesn't trust us. Maybe they feel like we're not going to dig too deep into this, so as long as we get them the money, we'll be like, oh, okay, we'll just do it as a face value kind of thing, like you guys are in the right or something. Maybe. Or maybe because they don't want to, like, show their own faults or anything. First, we need to check out the hotel and the boarding house by the station, right? Yep. Let's get started. Dude, I've done this for like 3 hours. I still have not done a fight yet. But like I said, I'm gonna try to find a fight. I promise. Okay, where's the guild? They gotta give us like a quest, right? I refuse to believe they're not going to. Yeah, so that's the required quest. Not gonna do that.
やっぱりこの辺は車の通りが多そうだな。
南の方に大きな物流倉庫もあるし、交通の要所なのは間違いないわね。
時間さえあればバイクでツーリングとしゃれ込みたいところだな。
Ah, you must be. Hey, you sure made it in quick. Of course. It was my little chance to catch the instigators of yesterday's incident passed me by. I see you came too. Well, I guess it's only natural. Except advanced president so readily this time. Yeah, I remember you. Weren't you part of Oracion Guild branch? I believe your name was Luca, yes? Your Hazel's granddaughter, if I recall correctly. I feel like this cast should have a bit more of a darker edge to it, like Ren and Aaron fit in, but the rest of these guys, not really. That would be like Berseria. That's what I was kind of thinking, because, I mean, I've only seen what Berseria cast looks like from a... What is it? Well, a bit of it from when I watched, like, the animated movie that they made to, like, advertise Berseria. And they look like a pretty cool group. Like, a couple of badasses. So I'm kind of surprised that's not what this group looks like. If anything, we're kind of just like the Brady Bunch. If anything. Okay, let's just skip the introductions real quick. Yeah, I'm just skipping this. If we had no foresight, what will happen or where? Can we have the possibility that Anchorville will be used as a decoy? Not to mention, we need people able to respond at a moment's notice over a wide area, or to use teleportation. So with Luca from Mauricio included, we've already laid groundwork in every branch of the guild. The system we're creating will allow every guild branch of the Republic to work together in real time whenever the need arises. Damn, that's one hell of a feat. This guy's something else. Yeah, he's pretty famous around here. Some even say that the peace Angerville enjoys is out to him. He's a retired A-rank racer.
At least hung up his hat because of some injuries he's got. This guy's an A-rank bracer, and he's just only a guild branch manager? Really? Just try to tell a story they just aren't equipped to, which is fine. You need to know your limits. Respect the ambition. Like the whole gray area thing hasn't landed at all. Yeah. I also find it weird they're still trying to continue it with, like, Beyond the Horizon, you know? Like, if anything, if they didn't know how to do it with this, they should have just ended it in Daybreak 2, moved on to another area, and then make it be like a couple years after that we finally come back here and things have changed, like, drastically, you know? And then maybe they can be like, oh, okay, after the experience of years of, like, doing stuff with Van and everything, they've all become, like, a bit edgier or something like that. I feel like would have at least been a great excuse to, like, revamp the cast a bit. You know? Even if it would have taken a bit more time and people would have forgotten about Daybreak, at least then you'd be like, wow, what a transformation. Kind of like how it is when we see Altina now, you know? Because when you look at Altina now, you're like, wow, she's actually so cheerful. She's displaying her emotion. She looks so bright. You know? But it's like, it's not really getting that. All we have is like just different outfits, so what? Yeah, I knew they didn't find shit. Yeah, so basically nothing. Yeah, wanted monsters, big whoop, I know. Yeah, just give me that. There we go, finally, Jesus. Okay, good. We've done it. We're gonna go fight some monsters now, guys. Sorry that took so long, but I'll be honest, I've been wanting to fight some monsters too. So, at least we are. Oh, right, I have to think about how I want my party. Let me see. Now, you know what? Put Ren in the party. Don't get me wrong, Judith's okay, but... Or, nah, actually, you know what? I already had Aaron the last time in the last act, so yeah, let's actually switch it up. Yeah, fuck it, I'll just put Judith, why not? Alright, let me save real quick. We'll go do a couple fight. Ah, shit, I saved in the wrong file. Whoops. Ah, well. We're gonna go fight some monsters. We'll do the monster stuff and then we'll end the stream. Okay, well, what level are these monsters gonna be? Oh, okay. Well, at least it's not too big of an area. Which I'm honestly glad for. I did not want to be stuck here forever. Alright, let's see what we got. What level are these guys? Oh look, it's a wolf and a different color. Ow! Huh? Wait. Damn. Wait, these guys are level 40? What? Why are they level 40? The recommended highest level in the Grim Garden was level 37. They lied to me, those bitches. Wow, then this game is lucky I fucking grinded. If I didn't grind, I would have been so underleveled for this. Like, severely. Seriously, the game fucking lied. Recommend level my ass. Excuse me, they were just setting me up to fail. Like, 100%. Like, why the hell would you do this to me? Seriously, they really are lucky I just grinded. And earlier today, because otherwise this would not have been good for me. You see, that's the thing, I still take a good amount of damage here. It ain't like a walk in the park, but still. But yeah, I'm barely leveling up. Oh, Oracle! Yes, I actually need that. Wait, who did I need it for? I don't remember. Oh, right. Wait, I gave it to Van? I don't even remember doing that. Shit. Let me just check if someone else actually needs it. Okay, fine. Yeah, already has it. I mean, I could give it a Quattro, but I'll just give it a fucking van. Yeah, why not? Bracer Guild and Cavert, I thought was a complete missed opportunity. Like, imagine if they were corrupt, but Lane tried to change stuff on the outside. Attempt to stop Van from being a Spriggan and get him on his side. That could explain why Van chose to approach things his own way. Yeah, because, again, then it would be like, that's why he's also doing Bracer stuff too, because it'd be like, then at least that'd be a legitimate reason not to entrust stuff to the guild, right? Because it's like, they've been corrupted, right? Because that's the thing, is like, we've dealt with like Bracers helping people, Bracers being stuck between a rock and a hard place as to whether they should help, the Bracer Guild being teared down, so all you could do was have Bracers who are just still active but don't have an actual base. This would have been a good chance to be like, oh no, you can't trust the Bracer Guild because they're actually like the bad guys this time, you know? That would have been a nice twist, but it just makes it feel like they're forgotten, honestly. And that's what you hate, because it's like, then it feels like they didn't care about Estelle and Joshua. I mean, I know it's not a direct way of saying that, but it kind of makes it seem like that, doesn't it? Just based on that approach. Or maybe it's just me. But at least that's kind of how I feel. It kind of feels like a disrespect to all of that we've been through together, you know? Because that was us Bracers. Yeah, imagine they were kind of like the cops in Gotham. It paid off sometimes. Ooh, that is a great comparison, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That is a great way to describe that. Wait, what? Oh, I thought I used my S break. Shit. Damn. Okay. I might need Van's S break here. Please tell me this is enough. I honestly don't know if it is. Still? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, right, I have Guardian on Judith, right. No! Okay, don't escape yet. Damn, I might actually have to mute. I don't want to waste it, but it's like, I need the Zepif. Zepif is hard to come by these days. Damn, I actually needed the Fire Zepif too. Oh, never mind, I got... Ooh, that is good. I mean, good. Okay, yeah. Oh, right, I guess I should learn these recipes now. Even though I barely make stuff. Okay, oh, right, my orbments. Nah, I should probably say for Rufus, because again, it's like, I'm trying to open his last slot. I mean, I guess I could do it for Judith. I'll grind here a bit more, then we'll see. I mean, to be fair, I don't have to fight all these monsters, considering... Should I just not fight them, honestly? Because, again, it's like... Maybe I should fight some of them. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. If I start to see repeats, then I'll just skip to the next area. Because considering I'm already a bit over level, I probably don't have to waste all of it, you know? Yeah, I'll go with that mindset. Huh? Wait, why do you go first? I know when he started the fight. It's Calvin, like, it's not as shady as I like. There's some stuff, but they don't go all the way. Gotham is more so like Calvert. Or Calvert should be. We get pieces here and there, but don't go all the way. Yeah, it really does suck. Like, seriously, the potential is... That's the thing, it's like, it's not that the idea is terrible, and the potential is there. And it could have been great. I'm not saying it would have been the best, but it could have been great. But, again, they just didn't really know where to go with that direction. It's like they had an idea, but they didn't really research what that direction would lead them to. It's like when you copy someone else's homework, but you didn't read the... Oh, no. It's like when you copy someone's homework, you put only the answer, but you don't put the process, and then the teacher's like, okay, but what did you learn? That this is the number. That's not the answer to my question. You know? Kind of like that. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad comparison, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Like this whole thing.
れで一安心ですね。ご苦労だったわね、アニエス。
Wait. Let me get the chest first. Let me get the chest first. Okay, 300 separate.
敵の集団、厄介ですね。
Okay, I'm starting to see some repeats now. No, wait. Let me get the chest. Let me get the chest. 2 of them, okay. Oh shit, that's right. There were monsters that do that. Dude, this is the same as that monster in the sewers. Like seriously, it's the same. The one that uses smoke. Hey! Fuck off. Wait, I need to heal. Oh shit. And that... Oh, wait, yeah. And that would give Elaine more stuff to do besides be Yeah, because it could be like she's at least a righteous precinct, you know? Like again, it would at least give her more characterization. Just being the chick that loves Van but just isn't the main hero, you know? I'm honestly still surprised she actually has a figure. Like, that's crazy. Like, what? Is she actually that popular? Despite just only being known as Van's girl? Because honestly, from that, aside from that, it's like, what else do we have? Some sulfur here. How do I want to do this? I'll just do a basic attack. Get it bombered. He's super shafted after taking... Nah, for real, she really has. This... Yeah, seriously, if they expect you to go at this in a level 37, these fights are gonna take you fucking forever. Like seriously, what the fuck were they thinking? Oh, Grimgorn, that last domain you did, you had to be level 37. Here, level fucking 40. Yeah, sure, somehow. HP sponges, they really are. But that's what I mean, it's like, you wouldn't be able to get this done nearly as fast because of their HP sponges. Like, I'm lucky I have all these shard skills. Yeah, just skipping the moves. It's not like they're just the same moves of a different monster. Ah, damn it. Shit, they all have this stupid effect. Fuck me. I didn't even notice. Still? There we go, finally, jeez. Okay, that one I got a decent amount of Okay, the bro... Oh shit. Ooh, that could have gone bad. Let's see, okay, so we have this, this... Wait, are there more outskirts, or is it just that? I don't actually know. New material, okay. Oop. Yeah, I'm just gonna zip through this place. I honestly can't be bothered to just stay here forever. Corundum ring. Again, that's forgeable now, so I honestly don't even need it. Oh, it's a security level 1. For more time on the Yap Fest than perfecting combat. They really did. And again, it's like, by this point, they could just make this a whole visual novel instead. Oh shit. Oh, okay, I know how to do this then. Yeah, so now I can do this. There we go. That was easy. Huh? Huh? Hey! What? Okay, I was about to say, what the fuck is going on? Let's do this. Okay, go up here. Damn! Sly Cooper did a bit. Wait, who? Oh my god. Okay,
Come on, I gotta be a team. Oh, okay. Wow, it is that simple. Damn. I got lucky there. Oh man, I got lucky. Crystal Eden. You give me fucking something I can already probably get soon. In a freaking driver. Why? Fucking. I mean, at least I got Aiga shit, but still. Yada yada, give me the game. Yeah. Let me save here. I'm just gonna check if there's more. Okay, there's nothing more to the area. Okay, I just had to check. There's another chest here. Dude, what did I just fucking say? The same fucking monsters all over again. Ow. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. Crap. Hey. Fuck off. Oh, guy, another small. Okay. Do this. And of course I fucking missed. Yeah, let me just finish this real quick. Done. Never mind, I was wrong. Not done yet. No! Oh, okay, good. Phew. Thought I fucked it up. Huh? Ah, damn, they have more. Nah, I honestly can't be bothered. Okay, let me go to the Grim Garden real quick. Ah, shit, that's right. I kind of had to start this. So, what now? Are we gonna add someone else to the yeah. Dude, why did I have to add them to the team here in Van's route when it would make more sense if I brought them from Reen's route, considering we escaped together? Hello? There they go, destroying the continuity again.
かつては僕たちも手伝った定常。放っておくわけにもいきませんからね。ベルガルド先生、ケビンさんもどうぞよろしく。
Indeed, gladens me to have us joining forces. Can't say I picture myself meeting with Master Burgard. Handy odd couple in a place like this, though. When was the last time again? Little meet and greet back in Arteria? More or less. Wait, who are you calling a couple? Still, I'm dying to catch up over a drink. If you burning questions on your whole latest who's, what's, and where's. Hacky minigame was this near? Possible. Incidentally, we just shared a riveting conversation with the vice captain you seem so chummy with these days. What could it be that you're already aware? News to me, actually. Would have rushed right on over it, you bothered to call. The bad blood's so thick you could cut it with a knife. From what Guy said, they more or less joined the Grolsritter right around the same time. No way to get the damn burst out of blue, though, right? This battle theme is like, I don't know, like, it's... Seeing it, which I'm sure he's a cool guy, but Strax and Zalfa is used too much. Yeah, I'll be honest, the basic fighting music they have here is kind of tame. Pretty boring. Like, if it's like the first game, sure, or like the first area, sure, but we can't keep having these same, like... That's what I hate too. They have like these joyful songs when we're supposed to be scavenging around areas that are like dangerous or for quests or enemy territory. But now it's just like a lot of the same happy-go-lucky music. And only in the Grim Garden I can change the tunes? Why can't I do that for the main story? At least for these basic exploration areas, you know? I feel like I should be able to. And where the fuck did you get here? Dude, what is she doing here? Wow, I love how it's a question mark. Celis Leon and she's in the happy register.
I forget, was she's not able to even get here last time? I don't... Dude, how does this even work? They haven't They haven't... no, actually, we did have that fight, so... Yeah. Wait, what? That's what I was gonna say. How the fuck is she here? Again, I forget. Did she help us in the American Garden before? Better music should get you pumped. Like, I don't know, Power Ranger music or Sonic-esque. Oh, true, dude. Power Ranger music back then, it slapped. It slapped hard. Nowadays, not so great. But y'all know the OG songs really hit. Shizuna. The hell? I thought you're bailing us for good. Yeah, you didn't bother to come in when we went together.
頼まれてたオーダーの一つが昨夜のうちに片付いたところでね。
Let me guess, you had to fight this guy.
知らないうちに弟弟子も合流してたからちょうどいい頃合いかなって。
Yeah, sure. You're just here to spy on us for Renee, aren't you? You don't say. Are you for real? This is bull. I can't say we saw it coming. Actually, this is so in her wheelhouse that we probably should have. She is unorthodox, to say the least. True, but there just might be a lot to learn from that part of her. Happy to collaborate with you, Shizuna. In this place, if nowhere else. Right back at you, Junior. For real this time. Wow, they actually had to talk about that. The extra member limit has been increased to 2. Wait, why? Wait, why they had to increase to 2? What do you mean? Oh, okay, of Lapis and... Okay. Yeah, even... Why is she still level 37? Bro! Okay, Celis and Leon make sense. I left them at 37. Was she Victor's sword just a flank? I know, right? Okay, these two, it makes sense they're level 37. Why the fuck are you level 37, Shizuna? And of course she is fucking Yakumo. I'm not even surprised. Okay, let me, Okay, well, obviously, I gotta put the right fit on her. There we go, the cool fit. Because look, if she's gonna hang around with us, she's gotta be in the right fit. It's gonna be so weird having she's not in the arena on the same team, but you know what? Fuck it. Now, what was I here for again? Oh, right. Okay, what the fuck are they doing? You know what? I'm probably better not even asking. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to do? Oh, right. I said we were at least gonna do the monster extermination quest and then we'll end the stream, right? You sure? Yeah, she's in. I know, right? Oh, a new challenge to the arena. Cool. I'll definitely do that next time. Okay, wait. Who actually is the challenge this time? Let me see. Dishonestly, who the fuck is this supposed to be? Yeah, like I'm gonna fucking know what this means. At least these two are pretty upfront. This I assumed was just a monster. What the fuck is this? You know, again, just not gonna bother. Okay, yeah, exit the Grim Garden. Let's go fight the monster and then we'll end the stream. Damn it, I keep saving the wrong thing again. Why isn't the Rosen doll playable? I know! We could fight as Lapis before, and to be fair, Lapis had a pretty cool moveset. So I'm surprised we don't get to play as her again. And also, can I ask, why am I fighting this monster again for the 3rd time? I already fought it as green and red. Now I have to fight it as blue? What, are we going to order the Power Rangers at this point? Like, what is this? Yeah, just skip the fucking cutscene. I'm finding the fucking monster, okay? Okay, if I gotta get serious, first, increase our stats. Next, grab cat. And she's an axe user, which is unique. Exactly! And also, her S-Break was pretty cool. Let's see, what should I go for? Damn it, I don't have Altinia, so I don't have Rabbit's Sword. That would have been so cool. Damn, I can't go as Van yet, because... Wait, can I even transform into the Grendel in this situation? I probably can't. Okay, let's do this then. Wait, where is it? Yeah, I'll just do this first. Can't bear Nightmare, wherever the heck that. Yeah. Wait. Ah, fuck, I was right. I can't use my freaking, can't use my fucking S break. Or, I mean, I can't seriously, why can't I transform into this? If we know the vestiges are in the area, I should be allowed to transform, right? At least I would think I should be able to. Jeez. Yeah, over here, big and ugly. My turn. Ah, shit, I did the wrong one. Oh well. At least I didn't have the physical attack on. I swear, they just really wanted someone to have the Excalibur Noble Phantasm. They thought, might as well give it to the protagonist. Oh, fucking great. He also has this move, too. Why am I not surprised, considering I fought his twin not long ago? Okay, yeah. Crystal Shell. You're gonna use the hell out of this move. Why am I putting away from it? Obviously, I should aim forward. Seriously, what kind of luck is that? Dude, you see what I mean? I'm level fucking 43 and I'm still having a hard time against this thing. Hey, how does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna heal us before something goes wrong. Let's do a brilliant Halo. I might be wasting, but still. Let's do this.
お返しだ。借りは返すぜ。レイジングバスター。行くぜ。しまいにしようぜ。さあ。バンダライスレイダー。
バックアップします。ジュディスさん。
手伝うよ。援護するよ。
癒しはアルテアヒーロー。ありがとう。
チャンスだ。ゲイスラッシャー。 おまけだ。見せてやれ、ジュニス。そうだそうだ。波に乗りやがれ。
ありがとう。続いて了解よ。おまけよ。よろしくお願いね、レン。ジュニスさん、任せなさい。もらったわよ。
チャンスだ。
お願いします。
レイジングバスター。決めるぜ。
お任せは。
もらった。
そこです。
もらった。頼む、レン。
私の本気受け止めてちょうだいね。そのまま眠りなさい。グランレラランです。行きなさい、アニエス。 ガンガン行くぞ。守れ、クリスタルシェル。
ありがとう。
おせおせで行くわよ。
立てよ、みんなを守って。
負けないんだから。お願い。隙あり。逃がさないわよ。バイ。華麗なるショーが始まるよ。覚悟はいい？用意しれなさい。グリムナイトルーズ。決めてバン。
行くぜ。行くぜ。
こっちの番よ。
こちらの番だ。せいせい。
そこで。
Oh shit. I'll be honest, I didn't realize it was doing a crap. After my turn passed, I'm like, wait, what happened? Yeah, fucking shit. Okay, that's all on me. Well, ah, damn it, I thought I had enough. Shit, of course I don't. At least we're almost done. Okay. Okay, how much HP did he just get back? Here we go again. Bullshit. God fucking damn it. Seriously, what the fuck? Why did he gain so much back? Like seriously, whose bright idea was that? It's like half his HP. Great.
お返しだ。
私が相手です。バンさん。
お返しだ。
甘いわ。
加勢するぜ。
追撃よ。よろしくお願いね、レン。
今宵はようこそ私のお茶会へ。そのまま眠りなさい。グランレラランです。
お返しだ。
遅い。
お返しだ。
遅い。
チャンスだ。
支援します。
決めるぜ。そこだ。もらった。スタンだ。
手伝うよ。
はい、やっ。
援護するよ。
合わせて。ええ。もら追撃よ。頼んだわ、アニス。や。バンさん。
了解だ。おまけだ。
今です。後期よ。ジュディスさん。ええ。追撃よ。
加勢しよう。
今です。
もらった。
バックアップします。やっやっ。もらったわ。ここです。
See, if I did not have the shard skills, this would have taken fucking forever too. Oh wait, she actually jumped to level 44? Damn! Alright, because I gave her way too much extra EXP. Oh, I got Santos jail. Cool. Damn, still not Grey or Law level 3. That kinda sucks. Okay, now that that's done, did get all the chests out here, right?
Okay, yeah, I did.
行くとすっか。
Alright, good. And with that, I think this is a great place to end the stream for today. I know. I wish I could have done a bit more, but unfortunately they made me do too much extra stuff in this game. Even though we needlessly did not need it, but you know how Trails is. But alright, next time when we come back to this, we'll do the Grimgarden stuff and then we can do hopefully all the side quest stuff, because to be fair, we kind of need to get that done quick because I honestly cannot be bothered. I'm just gonna see what level it recommends. Let's see. Oh wait, are we actually getting kind of close to the top though? Like, actually? Because to be fair, we see, how the hell is this 37 to 40 if the monsters out there were level 40? How does that make sense? Also, who would I even fight here? Would I fight the direwolf next, or would Simeon come back again? Too many questions. Probably don't need to bother. But yeah, like I said, I'll see if I can wake up tomorrow morning, maybe do an extra stream of this, and then I'll go to work, and then I'll come back and do the Wuthering Waves update. I'll see if I can. Depends if I actually wake up early at the time I want to. If not, then we'll continue this on Saturday, I think. Yeah, probably, because like I said, Wuthering Waves will be doing tomorrow, or I mean today, in the evening, and then on Friday I want to finish up Arknight's Enfield, because I'm gonna put Punishing Grey Raven back on Sundays for a while, because again I have to finish the main story and want to do at least the floating record, so I'll see if we can do something about that, you know. But alright, Celis and Leon and Shizuna have now officially joined the party in the Grim Garden, again with no real reason as to why, just that they did. We literally just had nothing except the confession that happened that was really significant, and then Nina just saying be careful, even though, I mean, we know the bad guys are here. What else? Like, seriously, if you're supposed to be this person who can see the past, present, and future, give us a clue. Seriously, what was the point of me interacting with her if she's just like, oh, I just got the vibe, you know, the danger's there, and that's it? When you have a power like that, come on. Like, I'm not saying to give us like a huge like lead or tell us their identities, but if you're not gonna do anything with that, just don't put her in that scene. There's no point. It literally wastes like 3 to 5 minutes of a conversation. But again, like I said, I will still be proud of Van for the actually few moments that he actually did something respectfully, and that was how he handled the confession with Agnes. And again, like I said, I feel like there's something wrong about this, right? Because again, it feels like Agnes is trying to like tie up loose ends to me, because she went to Tryon Tower in secret when we were with Jorda, and then doing this now of all times when there probably could have been a better moment, or she could have waited. But what could have changed her mind to make her do it now, you know? Kind of makes me think of like similar to like a bucket list kind of thing, but again, I don't know. I wouldn't suspect she'd be working for the other side or leaking intel from us. But then again, betrayal hits harder from someone you actually care about, so who knows? We'll have to see. But it looks like our main focus is just going to be what's happening in Anchorville, but like I said, we all know how this is going to be. We're just going to focus on the stupid side quests and more Grimgarden stuff, so hopefully we'll be able to finish that and then just move forward after. So that, but like I said, hopefully I wake up early in the morning so then we can do a good portion of this. So then on Saturday, we only have main story, hopefully. At least that's the plan anyway, so then we can get ready for Kevin and the rest. But like I said, if I don't wake up on time in the morning to do this before work, then I'll probably just do it on Saturday. And like I said, guaranteed at least in the evening, as long as the update actually comes at that time. Then I'll do Wuthering Waves today, and like I said, we'll try to complete the story for Arknight's Enfield on Friday. But anyway, let me give a shout out to Divine Wayne and Dragon Sonic for both showing up to the stream. Great chatting with both of you guys. If you guys did enjoy the stream but are not already following the channel, please make sure that you follow. Much appreciate. Damn, I'm at 100 hours in this game because of all the grinding and everything. Shit. But anyway, yeah. Check out my YouTube channel where I post all the VODs. Subscribe as well. Join the Discord if you guys not ready. Links to all those are on the channel. But this has been Xanthos Vice. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I'll see you guys next time. We're out.